All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back after our bit of a layoff. We are here once again to play some more Pathfinder. So, last time, you guys did a lot of kind of just milling about town. Let's see here. We started off with Dino beginning, or rather continuing his search to whether this is responsible or not, give a dinosaur companion to Shayless. He couldn't find a dinosaur to take, but he did find an egg that he eventually brought over to Brodert, and Brodert was fairly sure that this egg would hatch into an iguanodon. And so then Dino brought it over to Shayless, basically said, "Hey, this is yours now," and went on went on his merry way as Edge continued to help with her training.
Teacher's responsibility.
Kat spent some time over at Sava's Armory, restocking her supply of crossbow bolts, and kind of just making small talk and furthering their interactions together. Edge also decided to take a look at the job board, and with Ursulin's help, they went over to the lumber mill, where they found Ebor Thorn, the guy who discovered the murder victims from a while back, and the two of them kind of worked together to sort of at least get him to a place where he could be a little bit more mentally stable. And by that I mean they took him to the cathedral and had Father Xanthus cast a spell on him to kind of ease his mind. Later on, Dino and Cade went back into the mush fens to sort of investigate further and look for anything interesting, and they came across a dead body. After after some back and forth over what to do about it, they went back, and Cade reported this incident to the sheriff, and this resulted in an eventual wrestling match, first between Dino and Edge, and then between Dino and Cade, as the sheriff wanted to send you guys out there to investigate, or at least go himself. And the end result of that was Dino went by himself to retrieve the body and bring it back. And upon investigation, you guys found some bruises and spots of sort of increased necrosis on the body, leading you to believe that this was done by someone who could sort of like channel negative energy or otherwise induce this condition on another person. Let's see, what else did we have here? Dream went to see Jabrail, bought some drugs, like he tends to do. Except these, he decided to utilize towards bomb creation rather than taking them himself. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, so yes, where we kind of left off was the sheriff basically sort of impressing upon everyone that the best place to track down cults and CD types, at least in this area, was for you all to strike out and head towards Magnimar. And Edge had asked the sheriff to
Ghost Tristan.
let him know if he could provide any information about any sightings or attacks made by red dragons in the area. The sheriff didn't have anything for him at the time, but he said that he would be on the lookout. So, we decided to do a little bit of a time skip, so I'm going to get into what everyone has been doing during that time, I just realized that the chat wasn't visible on stream, so I took care of that. There we go. Okay. So, I'm just going to go alphabetically here. So, Dino, you have been combining your efforts with Edge to help give Shayless a bit more training. So, I'm going to have you roll, let's see, what do you want to teach her specifically?
Muscle building and endurance.
All right, so roll. I'm gonna say roll strength and constitution to provide examples for her.
All right. Just make sure that the thing isn't there anymore.
Okay.
Fuck.
Go ahead and also roll intelligence to kind of like articulate what you're trying to say. All right. So Shayless takes note of what you're explaining. She isn't entirely sure that bodybuilding is something that's going to work for her, but she does kind of latch on to the notion that she does need to improve things like cardio and being able to resist harsh conditions. So she tells you that she's going to kind of focus on that. Your additional downtime activities included selling the nice Chilaxian wine that you had taken from the Misgivings. Selling all of that is going to net you about 700 gold pieces.
Nice. And I'm gonna be splitting that in half with Kate because I found it with her.
Okay.
So 750.
So 700.
Two.
So 350 a piece.
Woo!
700.
Well, I said 750.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's all right. Next, you would have gone over to Sava's Armory to have her make some adjustments to Chomper's Hell Knight leather armor. You let her know that he's a growing boy, and so his armor is going to have to be a little more adjustable to his increasing size. She takes care of this for you and charges you 90 gold pieces.
Alright, and once I get my gold situation situated, I'm going to do the right calculations.
Okay. Finally, you took a trip over to Pillbugs, and you started to talk him up about sort of his like his crops and productivity that he's currently enjoying, and you essentially propose that you would offer spellcasting services in the form of a plant growth spell in exchange for getting products that you want done a bit faster. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check for that.
Enhanced diplomacy.
Naturally.
Blushki. Fuck.
It's an 8.
Damn, Dino, you're not doing too great here.
It's off.
Pillbug is a bit skeptical that this would be a good business decision for him, but he says that he will consider it and to check back with him later.
Alright, note to self, I need to get Kate on this.
Okay. So that
Anyone can help you with that.
So that covers everything that Dino wanted to do. I need to open up Edge's sheet now because he is not here tonight. So Edge also is going to assist in training Shayless. He is going to continue teaching her more of like the direct combat stuff that he was already doing. So strength check for that. Okay, Edge provides a solid example of what to do when faced in a fighting situation. He explains it pretty well. Shayla's continues to show slow but noticeable progress. And she seems satisfied with everything that Edge has been teaching her. He also wanted to make a stop over at the House of Blue Stones, which is a library slash monastery in town. Normally, the keeper of the library there is very strict and careful about who is allowed in to read the texts that lie within. However, given the status that you all enjoy in town, this keeper has basically allowed Edge to check out whatever he's looking for. He is going to try and look for anything that pertains to red dragons, any sort of history texts, and anything of that sort. Let's see. He doesn't have a rank in it, but because he is reading the books, he is allowed to make the check untrained. He doesn't find much that would relate to the specific dragon that he is after. The monks there only really have more generalized materials, so Edge doesn't really learn too much that he didn't already know. Next is Ursulin. So Ursulin's stuff is pretty simple. She has decided to spend some time relaxing, bonding with the cat that formerly belonged to the wizard Lyrie that you defeated a while ago in Thistletop. So Ursulin spends a lot of time playing with the cat, just making friends with it. She also spends 2 days out of the 6 creating a new gun for herself. She makes herself a masterwork pepperbox gun, which is kind of like a revolver for those that need a visual. Okay, I'll have to add that to your sheet unless you want to do it. I totally forgot to do it.
What do I have to do?
Just add the pepper box to your sheet. I mean, I could do it if you want.
Yeah,
But...
I'll start it if you want to continue your thing, and then you could just edit it because I know I'm gonna fuck it up.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. And then at the end of the downtime, she goes over to the Feathered Serpent and picks up her newly enchanted rifle. You put it's the Thundering enchantment, right? That's what you wanted?
Yes.
Okay, so we got that. That can also be added to your sheet as we go. Next is Dream, and I don't know too much of what Dream is doing other than working on creating bombs. So Dream spends a little bit of time each day working on making bombs, and he gets a bit better at it each day until eventually on the 6th day he creates one successfully, and he infused some of the dangerous fungus that he harvested from the depths of the Misgivings into this one bomb. Is there anything else you wanted to do during the downtime?
What's the website for the...
You could use AON PRD or D20 PF SRD.
I found it.
Okay.
I just had to type in firearms and I got it.
Cool. Rob, is there anything else you want to do for downtime? Or are you just making bombs and doing drugs?
I mean, that sounds like a good time, right?
Yeah, I mean, it does. But I just didn't know if there's anything else you want to do in town. I mean, you got 6 days to work with.
Huh.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Quick question. Do you want assist Dino in making a mushroom and mold farm?
Sure.
Critical range.
Alright, so I'm gonna ask Dream to get the right mold and the right mushrooms he wants, and then I'm gonna cast plant growth. And I forget exactly what spell it is. I'll look it up real quick. But essentially, it makes it's like getting a field ready much faster.
Okay. Now, where is this field that you're doing this in? Or
I'm gonna recommend about a mile or two away from the town.
okay. So that's probably in like the nearby farmlands. Not quite as far out as like the Hambley farm, but yeah, I would say it's probably easy enough to find a tract of land that nobody owns. So you could probably work with that. So yeah,
yeah.
then you guys would begin the process of creating this sort of mushroom farm, and we can go over like the types of mushrooms or whatever, like out of game, because I don't have.
Yeah,
any
and I'll
interest.
tell you which spells precisely will assist us in that.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume it'd be plant growth, and I mean, you could
There's
look
a few, like
yeah, and
defoliate.
yeah, I would say like throughout the 6 days, you prepare whatever spells are necessary each day to take care of that.
I
Yeah.
think I did it right.
Okay. Let's see.
Right? Piercing? Is it a
Uh,
D8 or a D6?
I don't have it up in front of me. Let me take a look.
Everything else I think I got right.
It looks right. Let's see here.
Change name.
Pepper baby. Okay, so it's a masterwork, so it's a +1 to hit. So let me add that. And let's see.
It says
Weapons.
P and B for damage type, but I was just gonna simplify and make it piercing depending on the bullets, I guess.
Well, no, it's both because it's like the impact of the bullet plus like piercing damage for like the shrapnel. So,
Okay, fine. I guess you didn't like the way I wrote it.
I don't know, man. Just
Same exact thing. You just changed the order.
you're right. I did, because that's how the other ones are noted. So that's just how I did it. I just wanted to be consistent. Let's see. Pepper box. Yeah, it's a D8 because you're a medium creature. Yeah, so everything else should be right. I think I would just have to add it to your...
It's 5 pounds, that's all I know.
Yep, so that's added. 5 pounds. Alright.
Damn. It's not a crit confirmed, but imagine if it was.
So, next is Cade. Cade decided to take on some odd jobs around town. Kind of just helping merchants get their storefront set up, or if someone went missing, Cade would investigate. Really just whatever like quick jobs that Cade could find around town. Cade makes in total
110 gold pieces.
Jesus, I rolled. All right, there's no way I'm gonna let you have this little amount of gold. I rolled a D500, and I rolled a 32.
Okay, so let's put
Damn.
210 gold pieces.
So we're gonna multiply that by 10 and make it 320.
Okay.
So you get that from all these jobs.
Jay's been obsessing over finding a way to afford that mace, so
Yes, that was
while
the
everyone
next-
else has been running around, this is Cage's
And you also were interested in looking for any clues related to your family. And where would you want to go to attempt to find stuff about that?
I would check to see if anyone from the church also helped my mother when she was giving birth to me. Besides Hannah, from who's just pretty much raised me. And see if they had any documentation of like, and also like I guess the town hall to see if any documentation of any like well-known nobility had come through here that coincided with like around when I should have come into the world. Because I just kind of have a ballpark,
Okay.
like a season. I don't really have an exact date.
So we can. Oh shit. We could say that you would have talked to Father Xantus, and inquired about any sort of personal records that may have existed with your name on it or your mother's name. I would say that he pulls out sort of like an original birth certificate of sorts. It contains your name, date and time of birth, your mother's name, which I did not make one up, so I will. we can work on that out of game, I guess. And
Yeah, no.
and so you at least know that much. He mentions that he was not really like in a high position in the clergy at the time, given as it was how old are you, like 20 something? So
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
So yeah,
When it
I mean
comes to, like,
that many years ago. However, it was still when the previous Father Tobin was still very much alive during that time.
okay.
So Father Xantus he doesn't have any like sort of firsthand knowledge of what happened, but
he does at least have the paperwork.
he does have some of the paperwork, and he says that he will go ahead and dig deeper into their records and see what he can find. He says that he will get back to you as soon as he has a result one way or the other.
I thank him profusely, and at the same time, I also asked about how the initiate priest is that I scared the shit out of the other day, and if he didn't mind if he could apologize for me.
Father Xantus says that he's doing fine. No, like PTSD or anything like that. And he actually like goes and fetches him so you can deliver that apology yourself.
So Kate just kind of like sheepishly rubs the back of their neck and slightly blushes and just kind of looks at him and goes, "Hey, so about that whole thing, like, I don't know, few weeks ago. No, sorry about that." Kate just is looking around, trying to like keep eye contact, but still diverting away.
And yeah, this poor young kid kind of takes it in stride and says, don't worry. There's been plenty of strange occurrences in this town lately. This is the least of my worries.
I tell him thank you for accepting my apology, and I put my hand on his shoulder like when I do it, and just like I really do mean it, and I know this church has done a lot for this town, so I think if you continue your work here, you're gonna do good things too, and I should be more patient.
He looks encouraged and thanks you for the vote of confidence.
I look back at Father Xantus and I just start profusely thanking him again for giving me a chance to A, find out more about my family, and B, just looking back at the kid and going, being able to let me make amends and trying to make myself not seem so terrible to this church, considering all you guys have done. So again, sorry and thank you, and Kay's just really excited and going, I need to go tell my friends about this. Just processing more and more about how much information I actually just got from them. Like, even though Santos wasn't there, like, Kate's still really excited to be like, I have names. And then Kate just like shakes their hands and just kind of like beelines out the door before they can start saying more and leaving them kind of just staring at each other, I would assume.
All right. So yeah, Cade bounces off as they tend to do, and heads on back to talk about this whole ordeal with their friends. And all right, last but not least, Kat has elected to continue paying Sava some frequent visits at the armory in order to become a better shot with her crossbow. Just continue conversing and sort of, building the friendship and doing so in her own personal flirtatious manner.
Sorry, children.
Towards the end of the 6 days, at the end of one of the days before heading back towards the tavern, Sava mentions to Kat that she doesn't typically get any, visitors with this kind of consistency, whether it's to shop around or otherwise. And she says it's kind of nice to have a good friend like Kat around.
Ooh, Cat.
If her father gets pissed at you, Cat, you're gonna be hearing from me.
Oh my god.
I don't think I have to worry about that, but also, why would her father get pissed at me? We're friends.
I don't know, the same reason why Shayla's father got pissed at me.
You were more than friends. I don't do that thing.
Kat's gonna find a way to like one up you and summon like a lightning dinosaur and just I'm totally making that up, but
Ever?
I don't know, maybe Cat will switch to necromancy and summon a T-Rex.
yeah, like the T-Rex equivalent of like a Draco Lich, and just that'd be fun.
Tyranno Lich.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have a specific thing in mind. I'll send you a picture in a minute, hold on.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Not that because I don't think I'm ever actually going to do this in game.
Edge, can I have the edge?
All right. So that covers what everybody wanted to do during our downtime. So it is currently Star Day, the 13th of Lamachan. You all find yourselves in and around the Rusty Dragon. I'm going to move you guys back inside. It is... it's probably like mid-morning right now. You guys would have already gotten up and had your breakfast. And I would say that Ursula went out like first thing, even before eating, to go pick up her gun.
Yeah.
But everyone else ate breakfast together, and Ameko made Ursula a plate for when she gets back. So around now, Ursula would have walked in, sat down, started eating.
My gun at the wall.
Can you
I'd
shoot
be
your?
like, look, but please tell me she has like a little target thing in here, like a dartboard or something.
Ameko sees you excited about your gun and like kind of testing out, like looking down the sights and all that, and she says she kind of like she does like a playful eye roll, and she's like, all right, I'll set up a target for you. And so she puts one up kind of like next to the job board on the wall.
So I'll stand like right here or so.
Yeah.
That should be good. That's a good distance.
She's like, I will warn you, these things aren't really made for bullets, but
Oh, that's fine. The worst I could do is pierce through the target and hit your wall.
I'll make an exception. Yeah, I absolutely want that dinosaur to be a reality at some point.
Did you add the damage in for the, or did you add it in separately? Would it be damage type 2?
Yeah, it would be, let's see, damage type 2, and it would be, let's see here.
It depends on the level I am, I think.
Sonic damage and
Sonic damage.
let's see, Thundering Enchantment is and your rifle is a ×4, so that is 3d8. Yep. Yep, that damage only gets added on a critical hit though. So it's gonna show up in the rolls, but it doesn't mean anything unless you crit.
I know. So wait, should that be an additional attack or?
No, it's not. I didn't put it under additional attack. I just.
No, I was saying, should it be?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it probably should be added. I don't know. It'll only really be an issue if like you happen to crit on multiple attacks, but.
Okay. Oh, let's try it.
For now, we'll just roll with it.
Oh, what did I do? Fuck it. I'll just do that. There you go.
Oh, never mind. It showed up for both. Okay. So anyway, Ursulin started blasting, and
I really wanted to get a crit.
Yeah. Well, you don't misfire at least, so that's good.
That is good, yes.
But your shots find their mark. They hit the target. They're not particularly close to the center, but they do hit the target. And the target is nearly destroyed by the consecutive hits, dealing that much damage, 29 points. And Ameko looks over at you and she says, "Yep, that's why they're not made for bullets."
I know, that's why I usually shoot humans or humanoids or creatures. I start to polish my gun and I go sit down at the bar and eat my food. Because she has a plate there for me, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she made you food because she knew you'd be back.
While I'm eating, I yell at my friends and I go, "Better hope I don't shoot you, because this can make you deaf if I do really well."
Okay.
Kay just looks and goes, can we not? Can we not?
Huh?
I don't want to go deaf, damn it, Cade says.
Then don't get in my way.
Yeah, you notice that your gun is like significantly louder now with the enchantment. This is not an enchantment made for those. Not an enchantment made for those who want to remain hidden.
When does Ursulin ever want to remain hidden?
That is a good point.
I mean, when there's shadows around, maybe, but you know.
No. Oh yeah.
Or
yeah.
doors.
Well, the fear of doors is already over. I've declared that fear over after she decided to clean all those paintings by herself.
No shadows. It was a well lit room. I only
New
walked
fear.
in because it
Dark
was night.
room.
No, the room wasn't well lit with the shadows. There were just torches on the walls.
Yeah, but it wasn't well lit. It wasn't daytime in that dungeon.
Nah, but it was enough to, you know, still, the shadows grew long in there. Anyway, so everyone at this point presumably is just waiting for Ursula to finish her food, as the rest of you seem like you're ready to get going today. Just as a reminder, figure out what you are bringing with you and leaving behind at the tavern for the sake of encumbrance and all that. I'll leave that decision up to all of you individually. And yeah, so what do you guys want to do from here?
Cade just kind of looks at all their stuff and looks at their chest and goes, I don't really, we could use all of this. It's what, like, I'm just going through all this. I'm like, that's water skin. Okay, food, no. Torches, yes. What, journal, okay. Ring, disguise kits, guys, I don't have anything I can leave.
What do you mean?
Kate just looks at all their stuff and goes, it's all kind of important.
We can always come back for it.
And then, like, no, like, it's like my bedroll, and Kate's just holding stuff up really sad and defeatedly. It's like, it's just like rations and bedroll and my weapon. I'm just really weak, I see now.
Wait, where
In
are
a
we going
face
again?
palm. Like, God damn it, Kay. This is why we need to get you a carrier dinosaur or something.
No, I can get her a horse. That will work.
Inferior.
A horse would work.
Cade looks around because looks through all their stuff and then says, "Cause like right now, guys, I'm only carrying what I need, and I'm already at a
Can
head."
I see your inventory? Like, can you send me a screenshot of all the shit that you have right now, so I can understand how much shit you have?
It's a lot of
Please.
shit.
I know it's probably a lot of shit. You said she's encumbered. It's gonna be. I was encumbered at one point, but I made multiple trips to sell everything off, like a smart businesswoman.
Well, I think Cade's at a heavy load, so not quite encumbered, but it's still affecting their AC, like, significantly. So.
Great. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna send a screenshot.
The only thing I'm leaving here is my fishing kit, gunsmith's kit. Wait, where are we going again?
See, Kate says pointing at her slide and going,
Magnimar?
Well, I sold the silver holy symbol, right? Because I remember saying that I wanted to sell that.
You did sell that, yeah, so you can get rid of that.
So I'm leaving the chest set and the holy symbol here, and the iron drinking horn, and the silver egg, and
so basically all, like, the various trinkets and
yeah, the
tchotchkes.
trinkets go. The stuff that, like, isn't a trinket stays.
Okay.
Except for the dice. The dice stay with me.
And I've put away a decent amount of stuff already.
God damn it, how am I doing
We
this?
need, like, a little bank system where we could just store all our stuff if we're gonna move around. Like, I'm already at a medium load with my gun and my bullets. Oh, no, I'm not carrying my black powder. I'm done.
Quantities here. Drinking horn, holy symbol.
We should try and see if we can, obtain some horses or, like, a carriage or something.
I can, here.
Kate just looks dreamily up at the sky and goes, or like a castle. A castle would be cool.
You're crazy.
I just laugh Rosalie.
You want a mace, okay? Mace, then castle. How about that?
I have no way to
can't we
refute
just
that
have
argument.
Chopper carry it?
He could. Doesn't mean he would.
I mean,
is
true.
he that big?
But, like, true. We'd have to ask him if he's willing, but that would help a lot.
I mean, he is subject to carry capacity like everybody else, but he has a pretty high capacity, so let's see here.
He's strong.
He is strong.
Like, it's probably a good idea not to rely on Chomper, but if it gets to a point where we have too much stuff, that is an option.
His light load is 86 pounds, medium is 173, and heavy is 260. And that is with a strength score of 17. So.
Just sorry, it's for the record. After I shoot the target, I reloaded my gun. Just saying.
But when we use the drag or push thing, because he's not carrying it, like, on his back, he's just pulling it.
That is don't hate me, guys.
We could get a carriage for Chopper.
Now
We
that I'm
could
looking
get a
at
carriage for Chopper if he's okay with it.
Oh.
Okay,
Would that
so
help
you're
increase his
disguised-
carrying capacity, actually, Tim? Or
Yeah,
would it just be he's dragging more weight with the carriage?
I could just get a horse from Dave.
Dave.
Davian. Davian?
So,
Dave? Did I get it right the second time?
Daverin.
Davern, yeah. Can I go ask him for a horse since I have that
Yeah.
feat?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
do that.
I'm gonna go do that.
And yeah, so dragging and push weight is a separate category. That is like the highest number typically. So yeah, Chopper could drag or push up to 1,300 pounds. That would include the weight of if you strap him to a wagon, that would include that weight.
Okay, so the weight of the wagon plus whatever's
plus
inside
whatever's
of it,
in it, plus you
plus his
guys
own.
if you're riding on the weight. Well, yeah, I mean he's not carrying anything currently. He is
Okay, cool.
he's wearing his armor.
Actually, I
and
have
he
a
has
better
circlet.
idea.
To be fair, I wouldn't
should
ask
be
Chopper
fine.
to carry me unless it's so Kat just wants everybody to know that I wouldn't ask Chopper to carry me unless it was an emergency, because Chopper is not a pack animal. I just want, while we're discussing all this, I just want to make this clear. We're only talking about stuff if Chopper is willing. I have learned better than to force Chopper to do things that Chopper does not want to do.
He's a big guy. He can handle it.
Cage just starts laughing at this.
So wait, quick question about how long would it take to reach the Magnimar?
Funny
My
you should-
T-Rex.
Funny you should
2
ask.
days?
Anyone, though probably Cade, because I would imagine they're the only one trained in this, can roll. Well, actually, Cade might just know. If anyone wants to just make a roll for this, go ahead and roll knowledge geography.
It's freezing it.
Oh, I know nothing. I'm not
Suck it
trained
for
in that.
training it.
I'm gonna.
All right.
As
So-
a person that had to
Geography,
travel from Riddleport to Sandpoint all on their own,
Yeah, I'm gonna imagine that Ursulin is gonna be the highest roll here. So, yeah, Ursulin, your knowledge of the region, again, like you just said, having traversed from Riddleport to Sandpoint on your own, even though you haven't necessarily been to Magnimar yourself, but you have a sense of like maps and distances and things like that. You know that if you guys were to travel on foot, it would take a little over 2 days to get there. Going at like a steady, regular pace that won't tax you guys too hard or push you into like exhaustion territory. If you were to all acquire horses, that would cut the travel time to a little less than a day and a half.
I don't know if I could get multiple horses for us. I could probably get one for Cade.
I also
The-
don't know if it's worth the expense of a horse.
The
No,
actual
I could literally
Half a
get
day.
a horse. That's
The-
the thing.
the actual distance from Sandpoint to Magnimar is 54 miles.
I don't think it's worth
I think I have a better idea
cost of a horse
because I
to
could
save half a
transform
day.
into a Deinonychus, which is still medium sized, which is the same size as Chomper. And since I'm naturally stronger, I would be able to pull it more efficiently and faster.
Also, I know I'm going to regret this question, but how is Chomper a T-Rex, a medium-sized creature?
He's a baby
Yeah,
T-Rex.
It's like a young
It's a
T-Rex.
boy.
Thank you.
He's
Okay.
still growing.
That,
It's gonna
thank
get
you.
awkward.
He's gonna get bigger next level. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
he
amazing.
actually does grow next level.
Got it. Okay.
to
Yeah, no.
large
So I was like,
size.
wait a second.
I'm
So,
going to
yeah,
try.
sure.
I'm gonna try and find real quick, or hopefully I can find like this quickly at least. What Daverin would typically charge for a horse.
Would
I'm
I
gonna
get
look
it
at
for
Dina.
free, or would I get it for a cost?
I mean, you'd probably get it for free,
Yeah. Thank you, Aunt Tamora.
but
Yeah.
okay, let's see here. Let's see.
No, the T-Rex is the size of like a 5'5" person.
So
It's a
I'm gonna look at Dino and ask him about Chomper, and I'm gonna look at him and go, "So what's Chomper's deal? Is he like a midget T-Rex?"
No, Cade. He's a young boy.
So, what are you gonna do when he's not so young? You can't really bring him in then, right? Let
With enough
alone, how do you
determination,
think
anything's possible.
Paige just starts spiraling. Goes, wait, how are towns gonna react? We're gonna just start walking. They're not gonna even see us. They're just gonna see a T-Rex coming at their gate. What the fuck are we gonna do then? How? Oh, Chopper, what?
I'm just gonna point at Edge and tell me, you try to be stealthy with him around and see what happens.
That's not stealthy. There's a whole big difference between walking to a tiny little town's gate and going, yes, may we stay and you're in tonight. But the only thing they see on the walk there is a giant T-Rex coming towards their door. How do we explain that before?
They should feel honored, first of all.
By
I
the
mean,
way,
it's
in
pretty
my
simple.
head, I
You just
have
say, hey,
pictured
we're
Chopper
afraid.
trying and failing to hide behind a small rock.
Right?
He's a T-Rex. There's no need for such a creature to hide.
Kate's making like motions with their hands and going, us tiny, T-Rex big, distance 4, see big first.
What is that movie where is it like Meet the Robinsons or something like that where the kid travels to the future and he goes,
I have a-
"I'm a big head and tiny arms. What do you?"
That was Meet the Robinsons.
Yes, I love that movie.
I mean, that is basically his name is Tiny. That is basically Chopper.
I agree.
Okay, so over at the stables, Ursulin uses her goodwill and friendship with Davarin to secure herself a heavy horse that is combat trained, as well as all the supplies that go with it. Davarin asks if she's going to need additional horses and said supplies.
I don't know.
I don't know, Ursula, are we going to need additional horses?
I'm there by myself.
Yee. Unless you drag Cade with you. Cade was freaking out at Dino, so unless
Yeah, I
you
mean,
just grab
I
him.
probably
you didn't say you were bringing
I'm
anybody with you.
Yeah, I said I was gonna go to Dave and get Kate a horse, but hearing that I can get multiple horses, I'll ask for 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4
so
more horses and an extra saddle.
okay. So yeah, the horse for you is free.
4 horses and an extra saddle.
The other 3 horses will be at cost.
Oh,
Wait,
give
4.
me a receipt.
Yeah, 4 horses total. Oh yeah, because Dream I think has a fly speed when he's transformed, so he
Well,
would.
no, no. The extra saddle is for Chomper.
No, I know. I'm saying that like you're getting 4 horses total, and there's 6 of you, so that's why that's why I'm like trying to rationalize that out in my head. So
Man, I don't need a horse because I can always wild shape and
I know,
super
yeah,
fast.
I know you don't need a horse, and I know Dream doesn't need a horse, but everybody else needs a horse.
Other horses, I mean like 4 additional horses besides the free one.
Oh, 4 additional ones. Okay,
4
so
additional, one for Dream too, and then an extra saddle. So
okay, 4
4
horses, 5 saddles. Got it.
5 saddles, and then
then 5 saddles, and then a 6th saddle for.
But it would technically be 5 horses and 6 saddles.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so yeah, the other horses that Davarin has are not they're not like heavy war horses like the one he's giving you, but they are serviceable and they look like they're in good shape. They range in all shades of colors from white to brown to black. He basically looks at everything and kind of like does some math in his head, and he says that all of this is going to come to 300 gold.
Pretty good. Do they have names, or is it just whatever you want to call them?
He says, well, I'm selling them to you, so name them whatever you want.
Okay.
Can I name mine Twilight Sparkle?
No, because I'm gonna name them.
Don't attract the bronies, goddammit.
300? Okay.
Okay. Thank you for letting me have that
pieces. You guys owe me money, so you know. Dave and be like, "Can I have a receipt for all this?" And I give him.
Itemized invoice.
Hello?
Yeah, Dave kind of Dave. Even I'm doing it now. So, Daverin sort of like writes up a note, just basically expressing the nature of this transaction. He sells you, well, he gives you the heavy horse, as well as 4 lighter horses, and saddles for each, including an extra. And just so you have that paperwork now on your person.
It's just all mix and breeds. Can I come up with them for the 4 additional horses and my own?
Wait, what do you mean? Sorry.
The names and the colors. Can I come up with them, or
Yeah,
you
you can do that on your own. That's fine.
I'm gonna ask Dave if we could leave the horses here. If I could leave the horses here for now, and but I'll bring the saddle with me, the extra saddle, and then we'll come by to pick them up.
Yeah, he says, yeah, that's fine. Come back whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. And when I walk back, I'm gonna tell everybody. So I got the horses. We're good. We're good. You all owe me. Well, 4 of you owe me 75 gold. Here's your saddle. And I hand it to Dino.
I don't need a saddle for.
Oh, for Chopper. He's your horse.
Not riding Chopper, first of all.
Well, in case you get tired on the way, here's your saddle.
He just stares at this.
Cat is going to quietly take her horse and walk away.
No, the horses are at this place. I came back with just the saddle.
Yeah,
I'm naming the horses and giving them colors.
They're just next door.
I know, but I wanna come up with names and stuff for everyone. So like when I introduce them to their horses.
Oh my god, you're gonna choose.
I am.
I think I know what you're gonna name them.
So how much does the saddle weigh?
Like
I am finding that information now.
in real life, but in the game it's weigh 4 or 5 pounds. It depends on what's attached to it. Sorry, Gage is pretty invested in this right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the saddle plus the harness is gonna be 7 pounds total.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put that in my room.
Like hanging on the wall.
Okay.
Just kidding. You'll need it.
Nah.
Wow, dead air. All right.
I was waiting for like some sort of calculation, and I'm like, okay.
It's 75 gold from Dream, Edge, Cat, and
75 gold each or combined?
each, like from each of them, because it was 300 gold for all the horses.
Cat is actually going to get kind of annoyed and said, I never said I wanted a horse, and when we were having this discussion, I said it wasn't worth the expense.
Kay just puts down 150.
Cat, Cage, you put too much.
No, I'm taking 2 horses.
Why?
You don't want one.
Which
I
horse
want.
would you like Cats? Because then you get Marshmallow and Mocha.
Yes.
Marshmallow with Mocha.
If she doesn't want it, I'll take it. Kay just looks over at her and goes, "My horse or yours? Do I take 75 back or do I leave it?"
Cat is going to glare daggers at Kane and be like, who taught you this?
I don't know, but this is fun.
And she's just going to hand over 75 gold to Urs and say, you ask next time.
I gave 2 names to everyone's horses except mine and Edge.
What are yours?
So, for Cade's horse, it's a white horse named Marshmallow. For Cat's horse, it's brown and white, and it's named Mocha. For Edge's name, it's a black and white horse named Oreo. For
I
Edge,
took the gold out of my inventory.
I took the gold out of my inventory already.
Yeah, I subtracted it from Edge as well.
I like your horse's name the best.
I know my horse's name is the best.
Because it actually sounds like something that you would name a horse.
I would totally
Okay,
name
I
a horse
used-
Mocha. Screw you.
Okay, to be fair, I used to ride a horse. Sorry, I guess pony technically named Oreo when I was a little kid at my aunt's horse farm, and he was the first animal like that I ever rode, and the only one I wasn't scared of until I met Bo, and that's that. I'm just gonna say that. So
Whenever they pay
Oreo
me,
is totally a horse
I
name.
give them I guess it's a deed or ownership of their horse, like a piece of paper.
Kate's bouncing up and down. Go, I have a horse. I have a horse. Kate's just like, what? I need saddlebags. You got
Oh no,
saddles,
they
no
have saddles
saddlebags.
on them.
Cat
They have
just because
saddles
I
and bags.
wistfully think I miss my ship.
Yeah, well, we could put a little sail on Mocha for you.
Kate literally slaps their knee and
Well,
starts laughing hysterically.
Dream
could
just
brand
tossing
her
his
with a
coins
boat.
at Ursuline.
No, don't brand a horse.
This is Kate.
I don't care. Hey, don't brand a horse.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up!
I
Yeah, don't-
care.
Shut up!
Jesus.
So Kate's just excitedly running up into their room and grabbing a whole bunch of stuff and like grab one of their pillowcases to use as a bag and runs down and goes, I have a horse. I can bring all this and I don't have to carry it.
Cade, you should really. The horses get tired too. You should really carefully consider what you need to bring.
Kate literally just rolls out the journal they have and like on a piece of paper there's kind of like rolls out a bit more out of the journal that you can see like kind of like stitched in to the page so it would be longer and folded in and be like, this is totally good. You tell me what to leave. Should I leave my bedroll? Should I leave my food? Should I leave my hunter's kit? Should I leave my armor? Should I leave my weapons? Should I leave what?
I'm just gonna raise my hand and say I suggest leaving the hunter's kit.
Pray tell.
I see her. I can.
So you want me to leave my
Also, we're
bedroll and my
traveling to a city,
backpack
you don't-
and
You only need rations for 2, maybe 3 days. If we get delayed.
I'm just gonna. Everything with an asterisk. I guess I can. I mean, unless I. Do you think I'll need my gunsmith kit with me? I don't think so, because I just used it. Or my
He
gunslinger
just
kit.
looks at your gun and picks it up and puts it in one of the cups and like threatens to pour water on top of it and go, is it waterproof?
Why are you asking me if my gun is waterproof?
Most
Well
guns are.
then, I don't know, bring it with you. If it's not, then you
Wait,
need
no,
to
no,
fix
no,
it.
no, 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 Cade. If I leave my gun, it's underneath a roof. Why would I need my gun to be waterproof to take it with me?
Because what are
ceiling
we
might have
gonna
a leak.
travel through? The swamp? The rivers? The ocean? Are we going near the ocean, guys?
I'm walking 2
Sure,
days worth. We're not going through it. Are we going through a swamp?
Cade looks over at Earthling and goes, do you realize how tiny my world is?
I realize it's very tiny. We will put
fucking
the things-
town!
We,
And that
I'm-
goblin fort
I'm
was the
going-
highlight
I
of
am
it!
going to Cade's room and I am. Oh my god, the dog is dragging the dog pit and Terry. I'm sorry for the derailment.
Kate just says, this is final, and just starts shoving shit into the bag and looks at the horse
I
and goes,
go
marshmallow?
to Cade,
Oh no.
I go up to Cade and I start taking things out that she doesn't need. Like, the fish worth of fillets and the and the water skin and
Kate takes the water skin back and slaps her
no,
head, and you're like, no.
the rope. You don't need the rope. That's 10 pounds of rope. Bring 2 pounds of rope.
Cat is.
I'm just gonna
rolling
raise
her
my eye and
eyes
say,
petting
rope
her,
is very
horse.
important for one, and second of all, just let Kate decide what to take. If we come across a problem, it's her own fault. Fair enough.
Kate just
I am not
looks at
going to be
everything-
slowed down because Cade doesn't know what to pack.
How
We
much
are going. Cade does not know how to adventure, and we are going to teach her how, including
And
learning
the
how
best
to not
teacher,
board.
Cat, is experience. If she will not listen to us, hopefully she'll listen to her own experiences. If we get slowed down, then that's for her to learn.
That's a fair point. I can't think. Unfortunately, I cannot think of a good argument to that. Can you, Mocha?
Kate just Cade just
Mocha
throws
Ninny
an
smell.
iron pot angrily on the floor and goes, "Fine, there, happy."
Are these light riding horses or are they like something else? Because I know mine is
Yours is heavy,
it-
the rest are light.
Okay, so let me look up how much exactly this horse can carry.
I have it in front of me.
How much?
Makes you feel
Yeah.
any better, Cade? I have a iron pot on hand, so we are good.
So for your heavy horse, a light load is 400 pounds.
I'm guessing it's like 200 pounds for a light horse.
It's 230.
230. Okay, fine, Cat. Okay, you can load your horse up, but your horse is gonna need extra rest.
So Cade's angrily leaving the iron pot behind, as
Yeah, you don't
well
need that.
as my mess kit, and then begrudgingly looks at Ursula and snatches the water skin back and says, "This stays," and then says, "Okay, fine. Fish fillets can stay. No, we need. God, I'm gonna just bring them downstairs and slam them on the bar for a Mako and go, they're dry, they're salted, I don't know what to do with them. We never take them anywhere. Here's fish," and then go back upstairs before she even responds.
Mako just looks at them and says, "All right."
So
I
Cade,
suppose she can go without those, because I myself have 21 things of fish, so we're good on fish.
Cade just looks at everyone else and just says, okay, I got rid of like 15, 20 pounds worth of stuff. Cade says, kind of trying to do math on their fingers.
I mean, you could have just left it upstairs. You didn't have to like get rid of it.
Well,
but
no,
okay.
Cade literally looks at Kat and goes, "No, I just got rid of the fish. I had no idea what to do with the fish, and honestly, I felt like kind of weird that I just had fish sitting in a chest."
Okay.
What are they?
It's important, Cade.
I've left some stuff. Oops.
You
Also,
did good.
since I know that
Okay.
I know that this was part of the discussion, Ursuline, you would know that based on your knowledge of the region that the roads that lead from Sandpoint to Magnimar are mostly traveling along the coast.
Yeah, so there's no swamps. Like, we're good on swamps. Don't worry.
Your guns are safe.
For now. Dun dun dun.
It like brings a water gun, gets it down the pistol, normal gun.
Cade really doesn't know what else to leave. Cade just shoves everything else back into their packaging and just says, "Okay, that's it. That's all coming with me. It's fine." And then goes back and before anyone notices and puts 2 of the trail mixes back.
Hey Tim, good question.
What's up?
Can I replace stone shape with plant growth?
Yep, we can do that. I can
Nice.
I can punch it in quick.
I'm gonna keep remove disease because screw whatever the hell the ghasts were. I'm taking my chances.
Yeah.
And Thorny Entanglement is too good.
Yeah, I can certainly see a reason for keeping removed disease. Let's see, plant growth. Alright. Transmutation.
Cade also decides to drop 18 of the crossbow bolts into their container.
Okay.
So now they have straight 50.
Oh, because I was gonna say like that's oddly specific, but
Yeah, but this is Cade's methodology. They went, okay, so I'll have a little extra at home in case I need something just to grab, and now I have an even number so I can remember how much I've shot.
I forgot. I can't spell shit.
And Cade just excitedly comes running down the stairs and goes, "I officially have less than 100 pounds on me, guys." and realizes everyone else is already busy packing all their stuff and just kind of goes quickly and packs up the rest of their stuff onto the horse before anyone notices what I did or did not bring.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice it?
Go
A
for
real
it.
stealth.
Dino knows all.
Going stealth. Stealth.
That may be a good stealth roll, but you're no match for guidance.
Oh shit, damn it.
Damn, I rolled
Literally,
it
though.
too.
Did you really?
Your guidance
I still
though makes-
win.
Yeah,
I
in
know.
a situation.
I notice her.
Oh, it's not even a tie because it's guidance, but yeah.
Guidance.
Yeah.
for the
In
win.
that situation, the tie would go to the perception check because the stealth check sets the DC.
I like marshmallow.
Like that.
Just don't you notice it, but let me have my guidance makes me win moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, guidance certainly helped you there.
Yeah. Best spell.
All right, yeah. So yeah, plank growth is on your sheet now, fully
Yes.
good to go.
I make everything with an asterisk. I'm just gonna take with me on the road in case I need it.
Okay. So yeah, you guys can manage your
it's on my
inventories
horse.
however you wish.
I'm gonna put the
I'm
soccer
good.
mask in the horse's carry-on thing.
Hey, I just realized something.
What's up?
Chopper
Sorry.
can't ride a horse, so he's still stuck at his 30 movement speed.
Yeah, because you don't have a horse. You get to ride Chomper.
You get to ride your
Oh no,
T-Rex.
I'm transforming into a dinosaur that gives me 60-foot movement.
Wait, why don't you carry him by his scruff of his neck? Because he's a baby T-Rex.
Because then we would still be the same size.
Oh. I'm sorry, did someone just say that's too much bread?
I may or may not have said that that's so much bread. I may or may not have just gotten my dinner delivered. I may have not ordered from a place right before they closed, so they apparently gave me a shit ton of bread. Like, I would say like half
There's no such
of a
thing as too
baguette.
much bread.
Right?
You love to see it.
That's why I said, did someone say that? There's no such thing
It
as that.
scared me. I went to go grab my food, and all I just kept pulling out was bread. I didn't know what my food was.
Anytime that we order from the local place, they give us like a local bread.
Okay, honestly, this is a very in-character kind of thing to happen. Let's be honest. Kate just panicking, pulling bread out of a bag, going, "But where's my stuff? Where's?" I ordered too much shit.
I don't need all this bread. What are you? No, it's more like, Kate, you don't need this bread. Yes, I do. I just can't find my wand.
Oh my god.
Dude, you can't even find your dinner. It's in here somewhere.
Like,
Kate's looking at everyone and going, "And you guys expect me to leave Sandpoint without bringing a shit with me? I'm going to a whole new town. It's like a whole other continent as far as I'm concerned, guys. You realize this? It's all going on the horse." Kate just takes bread from the bar, just shoves it into their face spitefully, and everyone walks out. And just stands there waiting by the horses, realizing that we may not be leaving right this second, but I'm too stubborn to go check.
You could go bond with Marshmallow. It's fine.
I am. Marshmallow's a pretty horse, and I like Marshmallow.
Rob, if you want to see what your horse would look like, check the Facebook chat.
Hey Tim,
I spelled
Leave one bread.
Oreo,
Yeah,
but
what's
it's
up?
fine.
while that's going on, can you do me a favor and add a wild shape huge to my buffs?
honest rules.
It's going to become important in a minute.
Yeah, I can do that. Give me 1 sec.
Did you poo on the floor again?
Sorry, just had a little something that became
Oh, can I-
slightly important.
It's fine. The party's doing other things, so I figured now's the time to do it.
Hey there. You got
Because I found a solution around Chomper's 30-foot movement speed.
Like what?
I'm not gonna smell her butt. Are you fucking weird?
Okay, so
Look for poop.
I think he just farted. He farted.
yeah, all right. Let me add this to your sheet real quick. Put this in the buff box like all the others.
Check around and see if there's poop.
Oh, and while you're doing the thing, can you change power attack to -2 and +4 because I have a base attack bonus of 4? And it changes.
Yep, got it.
Chomper's is the same, because he just now also got a +4 to his base attack bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw out. Put it on.
Oh, whoa, why did that go away? Still working on it here. All of it went away. Nice. Okay, power attack is good. Okay. Chomper, power attack.
Excellent, because I have a plan to make it to where Chomper doesn't slow down. It's going to be great.
No.
Alright.
I mean, if you walk 30 feet every 6 seconds.
So that's all done.
True, but the horse is like slightly faster, and I have a way around that. It's going to be great.
I'm saying, even if he does that, like, it's fine. He could still keep up.
Nah, maximum speed.
No.
Because, the horse's speed is really only like 50 feet.
Indeed, but I have something else that's also 50 feet.
You gonna give Chomper wings?
It is secret for now.
Your extra things.
My horse can bite people.
I think most horses can do that.
Well, no, because it's part of their offensive.
Alright, does anybody else have any maintenance for me to do?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Did you say my horse can bite people in character?
None. Yeah.
Okay, so Cage is gonna look at you and go, technically I can too, and pokes at teeth and goes, I think something happens if I do, but I've never tried it, so I don't know. Shrugs.
Are you poking your horse to see if it bites you?
No. I'm poking my fangs.
Oh. Okay, thank you for the clarification. Stop chewing the pillow. No. Stop.
He just looks at Earth and goes, I'm not gonna poke the horse. I'm not dumb. They're big.
I laughed
and-
because for a second I thought she was yelling at Cade not to chew the pillow.
I know, I did too for a second.
Yelling
just
at the
like-
puppy not to chew the pillow.
I mean,
She's
that. Oh,
chewing the pillow again!
stop it.
Alright. Is there any other business you guys want to take care of before heading out?
No, I think you got us covered, mate.
Yeah.
Alright. So, with that, you
Sorry
guys
for the-
make a quick pit stop next door to pick up your horses and set them up and ready them for travel. Dino, I would imagine, takes his wild shape, or first wild shape use for the day, to transform into whatever it is he's going to travel as.
Yep, Allosaurus, baby.
Nice.
'Cause
So-
now, with a strength of 28, not 28, 26, and having a huge side, I should be more than capable of carrying Chomper at my full speed.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, so basically, Chomper clambers his way up to your back and is riding you around. And yeah, so you guys go ahead and you set off to the west towards.
When my kid sees that for the first time, I just die laughing. Like I almost fall off my horse.
Oh yeah, point of order. Do you transform in town or do you wait till you get out of town for that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till I get out of town.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so like you're just running along, and so then I'm just gonna turn my head back and go so all of a sudden just hear sounds and then look around to see Chomper trying to scrabble up an
No.
Allosaurus.
Don't chew on the remote.
All right. So you guys begin moving west. The weather is it's nice at first. It grows cloudy as the day wears on. You all make good time. You do your best to not take too many stops for
He just
snacks
hugged me.
and bio breaks and what have you.
He grabbed my wrist before.
You guys make good time over the next few hours, and as the sun begins to set and night falls, you all notice that it's getting pretty foggy outside. Visibility is going to be a bit of an issue. Let me move you to a different map that I just prepared today.
So people at home cannot see this, but Leah is sharing video of her playing with her puppy, and it's adorable. It's like,
I wouldn't let her bite my hand. I was going like this.
it was so cute. So I wish y'all could have seen that because it was adorable.
Come here.
Bonnie, go over here. Go.
All right. I don't want to be totally bad about this, but I'm going to add some daylight to this map, even though
You can rip the ear off. You can rip the ear off.
growing dark and foggy.
First destroy toy.
Kay just kind of looks around at everyone and goes, shouldn't we find a place to rest?
Yeah, probably.
You've been traveling now for probably 6 hours, so you'd be able to go one or two more before needing to rest.
So I'm gonna try to see if I can see through that fog a bit more.
Okay, yeah, this map
Or if
here
I can
is
determine like the scores.
pretty agnostic to as far as like where exactly you are. Most of the Lost Coast Road looks like this. So yeah, if you'd like to try and scout further, you can go ahead and roll perception.
Terrible.
Do I need to
Alright,
roll
but
for
first 6 hours is Dino's limit, so he's going to transform back to his normal form, and then he's going to attempt to scout.
Okay, so yeah, anyone who wants to try and scout can roll perception.
Dino
gonna
scale,
see-
don't fail me now.
Since I realized that everyone else is leagues ahead of me, I'm gonna decide instead to see if I can discern if the source of this fog is
I
natural
got
or not.
32.
Okay. Yeah, the fog appears to be natural. It doesn't really have any sort of like anomaly to it that would make you think that this is magically being produced.
Just after all the haunts we've had, Cade just kind of like just can't be too sure.
Yeah, smart. Okay, so as it happens, that perception check was a fun little mini game for me. So Dino, go ahead and roll me a D100 because you rolled the highest.
Aw.
Hey, 100 go! 63.
Is this
6
the
away
four
from
we're gonna
greatness.
63. All right.
Is this like that game Oregon Trail? Like if you roll a certain number, you die by sepsis or some shit.
Yeah, you all die of dysentery. No.
Very.
I've removed the Z, so
Always ford
Good.
the river.
Don't ford the river, just end it, guys.
Oh, toward the
Worst
river.
of the
I
time.
died of
fording
dysentery
the river
last
is
time I did it.
absolutely an option because I can transform into a huge crocodile. All right, we're golden.
Do I have?
No river's getting in my way.
What you doing? What you doing?
Oh, I do. Hell yeah.
We peed on the garbage can before. Well, no, she didn't pee on it because she's not a boy. She peed next to it because she's a girl. But the house is not level. So she peed on the garbage can.
Okay, so in terms of the flavor of this scouting and looking ahead, here's what happens. So, the three of you decide that you want to maybe take a look ahead. So Dino drops his wild shape, Ursula and Cade, you each dismount your horses for the moment. Let's say, for example, Dino goes and looks this way, Ursula looks this way, and Cade looks straight ahead. You both, or not you both, the three of you proceed in your different directions, proceeding a bit further ahead. Cade, you don't notice, and you actually end up bumping into a creature, and this creature is not too happy with you for disturbing it.
Out of instinct, I just go, "Oh, sorry. Wait, what?"
Yes.
And so now we have proof that Kate is Canadian.
Yes,
that.
indeed.
But
As you realize what you've done, you look up and you see a large plant creature in front of you.
Good plant, good non-carnivorous plant. Kate says, just slowly backing up.
Okay, so
slowly
yeah,
back.
you back up slightly.
I'm trying to be diplomatic to this thing. Terribleness. At this point, I just about face and run. Guys, I found something.
Okay, so
Oh, she's gonna interrupt it.
as you run. As you run, this creature is going to lash out towards you as thick and surprisingly hard vines are going to try and slam into you. Okay, those are both hits.
Ouch.
With a 19 and a 17. It is going to... Okay. So, you take... wow, it rolled high on damage. Alright. You take 29 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are now being grappled by this creature.
Hey, come back here.
Isn't that a subreddit?
Should we roll initiative?
Yes, yes, you should. If you want to help, that is. So then, yeah, you probably should roll.
I probably
Yeah.
want to help. Hold on.
Kay's just yelling at
In
guys,
it.
going, "Guys, it's a plant! It's a carnivorous plant!"
Bailey was refused before battle. She has this
I
little.
would say the
dragon.
rest of you would have
She's
moved
an indie
forward
doggy.
upon hearing this.
Yes. I probably should.
I have not said that I'm entangled in said carnivorous plant. I am just shouting and not sounding like I'm getting any closer anymore.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I gotta roll for edge. Nice. Edge rolls a 1.
Sounds about right.
Oh.
Alright. So, with her natural 20, Kat goes first.
Save us, sea pirate lady.
So,
I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna magic missile it. We're just not gonna play
Oh.
games. Magic missile.
okay, cool. Yes.
Also, I unchecked that. Like, I apparently never undid everything. So I've definitely rested last time.
Yeah.
Magic missile.
Eastern.
Alright, nice. So, 13 points of force damage. Let me see here. Does it have
Abe's
any...
yelling now, going, "Don't hit me! Don't hit me!"
Okay, I do have to look... I don't think that this is going to affect your magic missile, but there is something that is on this character sheet or monster sheet rather, that I am not familiar with. So I just want to look that up quick. Yeah. So 13 points of force damage. see here. Plants are. Oh, that's all it is. All right, cool. So yeah, you full damage on your magic missile. Oh geez, prepare the. Oh, Dino.
That was Tristan.
Do you know use guidance on my magic missile?
No, there's no
Nah.
need. It hits without.
Okay.
I know, but she's.
So I heard you say, "Oh, Dino." I was like, "Uh oh."
No. He whispered me something in the chat, so I just have to find
Okay.
the thing that I need for what he's asking me. Okay, it's gonna be. Jeez, I gotta scroll really far. I've uploaded so much shit into Roll20.
Oh, formality after battle. You need time. Even one of you.
I'm gonna get there eventually.
What he did. What? You gonna bark at the kitty again?
I'm gonna get there.
Get the kitty.
eventually.
Andy,
Why
come here,
don't I
baby.
here it is.
Damn, Kate might get knocked from this. I'm just saying.
All right.
Not on my
And-
watch.
Oh, it's yelling and just goes, I may have forgotten to mention, I'm kind of tangled with it right now.
So, Kat, that's your standard. Any movement or other actions?
Cat's gonna stay where she is because she doesn't want to get entangled.
Gotcha. All right. That is the end of your turn. It is now Dino's turn.
All right, Tim. Summoning time. Right there. Make him large, please.
Yep, you got it.
What the fuck is that?
I summon my crocodile summon, which I'm calling for this purpose. The victorious Conor McGregor. Kill him.
Crocker
He's-
McGregor.
An eccentric one.
Yes.
I know.
All right.
So
So,
lay down for me.
just for my own knowledge, I'm using the summon creature crocodile sheet for this.
Summon creature crocodile. +4 to strength and constitution.
All right, I need to make an actual sheet for this, so I'll do that later. So, okay, I gotta roll hit points for it. Let's see here.
Alright, but nothing to note is that
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll ones because I rolled a one.
it gets temporary hit points based on my druid level, which is 6. So you get 6 temporary hit
So
points.
additional 6. Got it.
You talk to her twice.
Which one?
Either. Doesn't, no.
What are the ability score bonuses again?
Try again with the dragon.
Strength and.
Strength and con are +4.
All right, so nothing to dex, so its AC is its AC. Got it. And
Yeah.
touch is that.
Mommy.
Okay, so yeah, AC of 14, touch of 10, and I rolled a 37 for hit points. So
That's
what
bad.
that's what it's got.
That's bad at all. Alright, but important note. Can you move him down a little bit? Perfect. And then Chomper is going to go up. And now they're going to tag team this motherfucker, starting with the crocodile.
All right, so Croc gets a bite at +7 to hit.
+7 to hit, indeed. $20 hit.
20. 20 hits.
Oh, wait. He's flanking, so that as well. But yes, amazing.
Oh yeah.
So
that-
now he
it's
gets a
either way.
D8 +6.
1d8 +6, and then it can make a grab attempt. Its combat maneuver bonus is it's +13 because it's a grapple check.
No.
Amazing. 13 damage.
All right,
You want
13 points of piercing damage on the bite.
Okay. And for the grab,
I got your
it
note.
is at +13.
Yep.
What are they? I'm being like kind
I know, but don't let her bite your hand, please.
I don't.
Shit!
I gotta make sure I open up my.
I rolled in that one.
Okay, so yeah, the grab doesn't happen. It now, because it's not moving, it can also take a tail slap attack at +2 to hit.
Alright. Grab's kind of disappointing, not gonna lie, but it is what it is. 2. It's an 18 hit.
Maybe
maybe.
Well, still flanking, so with the bonus from that, that does hit.
Probably should.
Damage
Yes.
is going to be 1d12 plus 3 bludgeoning damage.
Tiny piercing teeth.
1d12. Hey, got the R.
That's what I look like when I try to eat burgers.
Plus what?
Plus 3.
14 damage.
14 points of bludgeoning damage, so it is 27 points of damage total from the crocodile.
Amazing. And now it's Chomper's turn.
She wants to get down. Push her
It
down.
is indeed Chomper's turn.
No, I don't think she
And
wants to.
Chomper is going for... You know what? Screw it. We need to kill him. To kill this thing immediately. So, power attack! Oh, Chomper! Damn it, Chomper!
6, 8, 12, 19. Okay.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Break your pillow.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Pillow. No.
I forgot to roll hit points for this creature, so it was using the base amount, so let me fix that. Yeah, so Chomper's bite misses. I'll say that what happens is the creature sees Chomper about to attack, and it actually moves Cade in front
Talk with her.
of Chomper, and seeing that, Chomper pulls back and doesn't strike.
Damn you, plant thing. This is why dinosaurs are better. I end my turn.
All right, it's now Ursulin's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot it. Twice.
Okay.
Ow. She keeps chewing pillows. Boom.
I mean, pillows are better than your arm.
None of those are crits, so I mean technically the second one is, but it's not really a crit. Like
No.
Max
No,
damage.
no,
No, it's
respectable.
an 11 and a 13 on the dice.
yeah, I just saw that.
But yeah,
That's pretty
27 points of damage as both of those hit. Definitely hitting its touch AC, which is atrocious. This creature is looking very hurt already. If it had an intelligent mind of its own, it might be rethinking its play here.
Do I have another attack?
What do you say?
Do I have another attack?
Not for. Well, you just made a full attack, so that's your
Right,
whole
I was
round
gonna
basically.
say.
You can take a 5-foot step, but that's your only other action that you can do.
Nah. Yeah, I'll just move a little closer.
All right, it's Dream's turn.
We need to get her.
Okay. I'm gonna move a little bit closer. And I'm gonna hit it with my wand of wait.
What does the wand of weight do?
Wand of magic missile.
Okay, so you expend a charge of your Wand of Magic Missile. That is going to be. I'm gonna look at Cat's spell for reference here.
That's fine.
It's going to be 1d4 plus 1 points of force damage as you fire a single missile.
And Babu's gonna do his
Alright, so Babu does a flyby. So yeah, go ahead and roll your damage and then his attacks.
And it was 1d4.
1d4 plus 1.
Nice.
All right, so let's see. Babu hits with the first and the second because it's being flanked. So he deals his damage, and then your magic missile connects. And how do you want to do this?
What does it look like?
Roll perception because it's pretty foggy. Okay, you're looking at it's a shambling mound. So basically, just like a mass of like plant matter that moves around, vines, mud, moss. You can barely make out like a maw on this creature or any semblance of a face, but
Is it a possibility to swing the wand while I fire it to slice it in half?
to have the missile do that. Yeah, I could say yeah. You fire your missile and it hits center mass and blows a pretty sizable hole straight through it.
That worked.
The shambling mound rears back in all of the pain that it's in. It drops Cade to the ground and then itself falls over lifeless.
He's just kind of crawling away. I'm just going, that was fucking terrible.
Alright, Kat's gonna hurry over to Cade and see if she's okay. Or if they're okay.
You're good, you're good. Kay's just gonna look up at Cat and go, yeah, great, just got flailed around by a fucking carnivorous plant. But, some fucking flashtastic magic missiles, and, I'm here now, on the ground. And
Hey, don't
not
forget
up in the
him over
air.
there. I point to the crocodile.
Okay, I'm like, to be fair, could not see it. I just heard loud sounds. The magic missiles were very bright and in my face.
And that is, can I have the crocodile like crawl onto the mound and like starts teabagging him?
Sure.
So,
Against my crocodile.
the fig and barrow I have, those brain.
Right, yeah. So a fig will heal you for 10 hit points over the course of a minute. It's like fast healing 1 every round.
So I'm gonna eat 2 of them.
Okay, so yeah, over the next 2
So that'll
minutes
put
you
me up at
recover.
35.
Yeah, you recover 20 hit points.
I'm gonna eat 1 of them because I only have 1 left.
Okay, so 10 hit points. You recover.
I'm gonna walk up to Kate and give her one of my figs.
Nice.
And I'm gonna eat
Very
that too.
generous
So
of
I'm
you.
Kate just jumps up and down and goes, oh, thank you, you're sharing. And before you can like spitefully take it away, I just eat it. Just
For the sake of brevity, we'll say that you allow the effects of the first one to wear off before eating the second, so there's no overlap.
Of course. Of
Um,
course.
All right. With that, Edge plods forward, not getting to really act in this battle, and he's just gonna try and look amidst the teabagging crocodile to see if there's any goodies on the ground. He doesn't spot anything through the fog. It's hard for him to see.
Kay just looks around and goes,
I gotta look for goodies.
points at their eyes and
None of
looks
us
at
do.
everyone else. He goes, dark vision does not work with fog. Duly noted.
Guidance. Let's go.
All right, so there are 2
What
items.
can't guidance do?
Make a sandwich.
You
I
sure
want
about
sandwich.
that?
No, I'm not sure about that at all.
How long have I been unmuted? I'm guessing it's since the cat jumped on my computer and you heard my brother yelling at the dog.
There's two things that are of note here. There's a whole bunch of coins that spilled out, presumably from one of this creature's meals, maybe. All total, it is that much.
Okay.
That's
You all know Lilo and Stitch?
Yes.
Lieutenant Pleakley, when he's freaking out about all the mosquitoes on him.
Yes.
That was me flailing around in that plant.
Amazing.
At first going,
I can see it.
this is nice. Oh my god!
All right,
Um,
so that would be divided by 6. 50 for everyone.
well, no, 5 PP and 50 gold pieces each.
Ah, shit. Quick maths.
Yeah. Converted to
Cool.
gold, it's 100 gold per person.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Um,
I was taking as platinum pieces and everything, so I have like.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah,
like
just go
to put it in
five.
separately too, but I'm just saying that that's what it would come out to.
I have hiccups.
Cat just wants her money.
Understandably
I'm sorry
so.
about my computer being unmuted. I don't know how long it's muted. I was in the bathroom and the cat stepped on my computer.
cat stepped on the computer.
I totally get why Kat would just want her money because you are a pirate.
Yee!
Yes, a
Um,
pirate. What kind of pirate
I
doesn't have
do
a
not
boat?
care how it is picked. I just want my gold.
You are a pirate. Okay. There is
He just
Honestly,
also
I
looks
feel like
around.
we need to remind everyone of that every now and then.
I wish I had a back camera so you could see this craziness that's going
I
on.
think we need reminding because you're not very.
Well, to be fair, Cat's version of piracy was to kind of convince everyone to just give her everything.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
never heard a single yar from you ever since we started, so
Cat,
can't
excuse
really be a
me,
pirate.
I am an aristocrat. I chose
No.
piracy out of boredom.
No.
I do not yar.
Then you're not a pirate.
Kay just also looks at Dino and goes, we also haven't been at Ocean. At Ocean. Kay just looks at everyone and goes, why did I say at Ocean?
Sit
We've
down,
never
Molly.
been.
No excuse.
But Ocean, words, why am I losing them?
Something.
Because
It's
you're
probably
shocked.
something to do with the giant plane over there.
Yeah, you're in shock. It's okay.
Don't worry, Kate. Just focus on the teabagging crocodile over there.
Don't focus on the teabagging
What's the
crocodile.
location?
That is the
Yeah,
worst
I know,
advice.
that's all
Why would you
punishment.
give that advice?
Can
Laughter is the
crocodiles-
best
wait,
medicine.
Anatomy-wise, can crocodiles actually teabag if they can't stand up on their hind legs?
Oh yeah, they're just gonna do like
it's more like
Or like in squats.
Yeah, it's like the crocodile's doing
Yeah.
like push-ups or something. Like
yeah.
Also, this is a
Crocodiles
fantasy
will have
crocodile. This
testicles.
fantasy crocodile can totally teabag someone.
yeah, I mean shit.
No,
I'm using Vector from Sonic
Wait,
the
no,
Hedgehog as the
he
token
can't
for God's
teabag.
sake.
He
Like,
doesn't have external testicles.
I know.
This one
Okay.
does. This one has balls.
That's not
If we're gonna make a
It's
point
not
about
about if he can actually do it or not. It's about the message.
I think you're
There.
kind of missing the forest for the trees here. This is a summoned crocodile that is just pelvic thrusting over a dead shambling mound. Like that
Yeah,
visual
it's
should
just
just be
like-
enough. Like that's
I was about to say the same thing. I was just like, I'm broken.
the
Kate
Is
just
there
other.
says and
anything
looked away.
else
Oh, for fuck's
that
sake!
would make it usable?
I'm just trying to give you some more loot. The other, the other item Dino locates among the coins and the mess of now deceased
By the way,
plant
that should
matter.
be the title of this episode: Can a Crocodile Teabag?
Yeah, unfortunately I set the episode titles in advance, but I can certainly use that one going forward for like another episode whenever I.
Don't worry, he's coming back.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
sure
usually-
we're gonna
usually
see
the-
our crocodile friend again.
Usually the shit we do ends up being a name of a future episode because it gets a callback because we usually
Yeah.
do pretty remarkable dumb things.
Exactly. I like to do
That's
that
true.
for the people that have stuck
I
with us
appreciate
and,
it.
watch our show regularly, which I know is not many people given our numbers, but that's not the point. The point
We
is
love you all equally.
yes. The point is
You're just
we.
telling me you love me because I haven't
Screw
been in
you,
the background.
The point is that we have a good time doing this.
Yes. Chaos or not.
After 10 minutes of talking about random shit, I'm just trying to say Dino finds a short bow. That's
I'm just gonna look at this short bow for a moment.
it
Like,
is.
yeah, useless. Yeet.
Pat will take it.
Dino yeets
Too
the
bad, I already yeeted it.
Dino yeets the finely crafted short bow in some
Pat goes
direction.
way and runs after it.
While
He
it's
Kate describes
He
He
Dino
throws
as
it.
running
Let's
around.
see. 1, 2,
Wait,
3,
wait.
4, 5, 6.
while it's flying through the air, can I appraise it to see how much it's worth before it gets destroyed?
It doesn't fly through the air very far because given the direction that I randomly rolled, Dino ends up let's see 1, 2, 3, 4. Dino it like kind of bonks Edge in the side
I have no idea how much it would be worth.
and kind of no you wouldn't, and it lands on the ground sort of like between Edge and Cade.
Pat runs after it and it's like, I call the cops!
All right, yeah. So you pick up this this short bow.
Short bow, sorry.
It is pretty nicely made. It's the materials. It's of a composite make, so it's a little different than your like run of the mill short bow. It is also of masterwork quality. So here are the details.
You hear them. What you should do.
Let's see. Wait. Image. I think that's everything.
You're supposed to play.
Alright, so Tim, one more thing with the crocodile.
What's up?
So I want to go over to it and thank it for all of its hard work, just like I do all my summons. But instead of just disappearing, I want him to stand up on his back legs the best he can and give the peace sign as he disappears.
All right. Since crocodiles naturally typically can't do that, I will say roll a strength check for the crocodile, and this is going to be +6 to its a strength mod with your summon bonus. Yeah, it manages well enough. Throws up the peace sign as it slowly kind of like disapparates from existence. So to explain the way this short bow works, because composite bows are a bit different from regular ones,
Mhm.
the +2 strength in parentheses means that you have to have a strength modifier of at least +2 to wield it without taking a penalty to the damage rolls and attack rolls.
Which I do not.
It is also, short bows are also considered a martial weapon, so that's another.
I also didn't mean to click disable device. Please ignore that.
You break the short bow. No.
Like, damn it!
So yeah, anyone who has martial weapon proficiency and the necessary strength score could wield this without taking any penalties. Otherwise, you are at a -2 to hit, and you would also be at a -2 to damage.
So Kat is going to save it to bring to Sava to see if she could trade it for something else.
Okay. If you want, you can. I know Ursula already failed to do it, but if you want, you can try to appraise it and try to know how much it's worth.
Yes, I am
Guidance.
trained in appraisal. Hold up.
Yep. I don't think you need to be trained in appraise, but okay.
16.
So when composite bows are made for stronger creatures, they don't have to have a strength bonus in order to wield it. But typically, when they are made to be wielded by those of above average strength, that does increase the value of it. This particular short bow is worth, to the right buyer, probably like 500 gold.
Sweet.
Huh. But this is not so useless after all. Neat. Alright, everyone, I recommend we set up camp for the night, especially if these plants are about.
That sounds like a good idea.
Cage is giving dagger eyes to Dino. I'm like, you think the plants are around, Dino? You think there's plants around?
Hey, don't you start with me.
I just huff and just roll out my bedroll and just on like, oh, I'm gonna try to like
Yeah,
find a rock
better idea.
that's
Now I'm
not
going
touching the
to...
ground.
I'm going to wild shape into a Stegosaurus.
Okay. So.
And I'm going to use my immense tail strength
Please say
to knock
when
down
you
a bunch of
trans-
trees.
I am a Stegosaurus. Please.
I am a Stegosaurus.
I am a Stegosaurus.
All right.
And I am
yeah.
just hiding the rock with my bedroll.
Go ahead.
Like, not touching the ground.
Go
It's not
ahead.
plants. I'm alive.
Go ahead and roll strength to try and swipe down some trees with your tail.
When I just roll its attack, because it has a tail attack.
Oh, so then yeah, do that.
Okay, so let me just get the right calculations right quick. Alright. Wild shape huge. Yes.
I'm gonna attack your hair. Don't let her.
And 4d6 plus 1.5 strength. I have no idea what that means.
1.5 your strength modifier as a Stegosaurus. So what is your strength modifier currently?
Right now it is +8.
+8. So then that would make it the damage would be +12.
Yes.
So while this is going on, Kat is using her animal handling skills to like check up on her horse and like do the.
Alright, so that's to hit. 16. And then if it does 21 damage.
I give you a kiss. I give you a kiss.
All right. Let's see here.
I'm biting.
Okay. Yeah.
Why you doing
You knock over a tree without too much effort.
So I'm gonna do that for a couple of trees. I'm gonna make somewhat like a makeshift hut with the trees.
Okay. This does make a fair amount of noise, as you might expect. That, since there's a tree falling and all. Let's see here. I'm going to roll something real quick.
me. Stop it.
No, but she shouldn't be biting you.
I stopped her when she got it.
Okay. So you go ahead and you start fashioning this structure that you want to build. I'm just going to put some music on real quick. Oh, that's kind of loud on my end. I got to lower that.
Oh, man, too, I gotta lower. Gage is currently blowing into Molly's face and growling at him.
It's a bit better. Okay.
No,
So, yeah,
couch.
So yeah, you go ahead and you build your setup. Edge pulls out, his supplies. I don't even know exactly what he has. Yeah, his paladin's kit would have everything he needs. He's got like a bedroll and all that stuff. So he pulls all that out, gets himself set up for the night.
All right, making sure everyone's in the shelter.
Okay. So yeah, you build a shelter that's large enough to accommodate everyone, not necessarily comfortably, but you make do with what you can. The horses.
Cat tries to bring Cade into the shelter.
Cade just begrudgingly looks at everyone and just drags a few little rocks in with them and lays their bedroll on top of the rocks over the ground.
Why are you sleeping on rocks?
I'm not sleeping anywhere. Those fuckers can
pull you guys off the
get
road.
me. Those root little bastards. What do you think? The thing that was flailing me around.
I'm just gonna tell Cade and Sega Sorensen that chill out. I'm going to keep watch for at least the first watch.
I'm just doing this to indicate the horses being just outside of your setup.
Excellent.
Cat does use her animal handling skills to make sure her horse is okay and comfortable before going to bed.
Yeah, go ahead and roll handle animal.
Do we all do that or no?
If you want to.
Why is it a different thing?
It's totally optional to try and actually bond with your horse. It's up to you.
Oh yeah, Cade wants to bond with their horse. So
I guess since there's not a black and white one. This
Yeah,
one right here.
I went with the tokens that I had. These are all
I guess
free
this
ones.
one right here could be Oreo, and this one could be this one right here.
Okay. So yeah, the three of you all tend to your horses for a bit before going to sleep. They all seem to take a liking to you, some more than others. Cade's horse is particularly receptive to
bouncing up and down.
The sort of tender loving care. But all of you experience differing degrees of success with
Shit, I left my cat
bonding
at
with your
home.
horses.
I thought you were talking about your. No, I left my cat at home in the game. Oh, I know. I thought you were talking about. Wait, I bring her with me. That's right.
Yeah, you would have brought the cat with you. Were you some kind of
course.
monster? You just abandon your cat in a town while you go traipsing off in the big city?
I forgot in game to say that I would bring her with me. Is what I'm trying to get.
Oh yeah, no, I assume that
disappear.
any of the smaller pets have been brought along.
Just role play and see that she pops out of the horses.
Okay.
So as we're doing that, I'm still going to circle around the structure, take a quick look, make sure nothing's around.
Right. Yeah, because you said you're taking first watch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sega Sorensen Dino.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Well, one, how long of a watch are you taking?
I'm gonna say 4 hours.
4 hours, okay. Because remember, you do have to sleep. So,
Cade looks at Dino and tells him before going to sleep that they'll take next watch if they want to wake them.
I'm just gonna nod approvingly as I roll 23. Not bad.
All right. You.
Got my little bed of rocks. I go to
Oh,
sleep.
and also as Stegosaurus, I get sent just in case that helps.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you keep watch. The fog.
Exactly. I could keep watch because I have
What?
the feat that makes it so that I could technically sleep until.
Right. Yeah. You need less sleep. I know.
Yeah, but you can take another watch.
You know, I mean,
So
like, alert to sounds even in my sleep.
yeah. Yeah, I remember. Okay. So Dino on his shift as the watch. The fog continues to thicken. So even though you are a much bigger creature than your humanoid form, your vision doesn't help you as much as your scent does here, given the conditions. But
Figuring out the works of the ravioli.
as you sort of work your rounds around the campsite that you've built, your watch passes by uneventfully, as nothing disturbs you or your friends during your time protecting them.
So
So-
at
Go ahead. Sorry.
just say at that, I'm guessing there's not enough room for a Stegosaurus to sleep inside.
No.
For the shot, I'm going to transform out and wake up Cade.
Okay. So yeah, Cade, you are stirred from your sleep by Dino as his watch comes to an end, with 4 hours having gone by. So it's now pretty fair to say that it's now like the middle of the night.
So Cade's gonna look towards the nearest like little bit of high ground, I guess. So like either a tree or a large boulder or something that I can get a little bit of a vantage of because of the fog. Just rest on there and try to pay my best attention to the sounds and everything else in sense and everything because I can't see much. I can see in the dark, but I can't see much of the fog.
All right. Yeah, you walk a short distance away from the campsite, and you do find closer to the coastline. There is a boulder that you can kind of clamber up on and take watch from there. So go ahead and roll perception for your watch, however long it may be. Okay. You are you're reasonably vigilant in your watch. You occasionally get distracted by the sounds of the ocean just nearby. But much like Dino, nothing dangerous comes to disturb you or anything. You occasionally see some birds flying through the night, but nothing particularly alarming. Your watch also goes by pretty uneventfully. How long were you taking watch for?
I would say another 4 hours as well.
Okay, so another 4 hours goes by. Everyone other than those who took watch,
Yeah, look.
I mean, it's not quite sunrise yet, but all of you have taken enough rest for you to have a full rest for the night.
I wake up Rosalind and I say, just another hour while you guys get ready, and then I fall back asleep.
I could hit you with the butt of my gun if I wish, but I won't.
Okay, well, so Cade nudges Ursulin awake. Ursulin, you feel pretty rested. It's been about 8 hours of sleep for you.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do?
I guess I'll get up and get the horses ready.
Okay.
I got the spot. Yeah.
So
The spot.
you spend your time getting all the horses ready. Dream, Cat, and Edge all begin to wake up a short time later. Dino and Cade stay asleep for a bit longer just to complete their rest. But you all are up relatively early in the morning. The fog is still somewhat heavy in this area. It is a bit more clear than it was during Dino's watch, but it hasn't fully dissipated yet. So visibility is still a bit of an issue, but
What did I get now? Here you go.
So we're about ready to go then?
yeah, I would
Yeah.
say another couple hours goes by of everyone else getting ready and making themselves breakfast, and you guys, you and Cade basically just wake up to the smell of food.
True, but I got
excitedly-
fish stuff for me and Chomper.
Right.
Yeah, but we smell other people's food cooking, so we'll wake up to that.
Yeah.
Fair.
So let's see. Cade recovers some hit points.
So that would be 1 for me and Chomper.
So Kate's gonna climb up onto Marshmallow and then look at everyone saying, "So I'm not taking the lead. I can guarantee you that." But I'm ready.
Ursuline, you know the way. Do you wanna take lead?
Yeah, sure, I'll take lead.
Now wait just a second. I'll go right behind you as the fog is starting to get not as thick as my watch, but still pretty thick. And the form I was using before has scent, so if anything shows up, I should be able to smell it.
Kat is going to encourage Cade to go in front of her.
Kate just kind of looks at Kat and goes, "Fair enough.
Behind Dino, just so I can keep an eye on you, okay?
I got you. That makes sense. Honestly, I honestly didn't realize I would ever hate plants this much."
To be fair, that plant did beat you up pretty good.
Kate looks over at her son and goes, "So you're afraid of doors and I'm afraid of plants. We got a great thing going here, guys."
I thought you were, vegetarian, aren't you? Was I mistaken? Were you not vegetarian?
No, I mean, I was more vegetarian because I could afford vegetarian stuff easier.
So now you just don't want to eat your veggies, huh?
I mean, I just, Kate just looks, and just not that kind of thing, not veggies I want to eat.
Ursuline, be nice.
Kate just kind of pets Marshmallow's mane and just go, "Ignore them, they're assholes, let's go."
Not that I'm transforming back into Allosaurus and I'm putting Chomper back on my back.
With no one noticing, you just see that I may or may not have stolen a small amount of hay that, very nice hay that I've just been slowly, just randomly feeding my horse out of my pack, just little handful. It's like, stink.
So, am I taking lead? Do I have to roll something?
Yes. You're taking
Yeah,
lead and
just roll perception since you're the lead. All right. As you all begin to travel, you follow the road. Ursuline, your eyesight through the fog is still pretty good, so you keep everybody on track. You also make sure not to get too far ahead that those with not quite as good vision don't lose you. You all travel at about the same pace that you were going at yesterday. Which reminds me, I need to update this here. Get the date right. Okay. And then, yeah, after about 5 to 6 more hours, you all arrive at the city gates of Magnimar.
I'm gonna get out of my wild shape, and upon seeing the entry gates for Magnum, I'm just gonna hurl a little bit.
You know, you
Alright,
okay?
so
Like this instead.
Kate's looking
Ugh.
up in awe. Like, completely oblivious to what's going on with Dino. Just to give me
So-
scale reference, compared to Sandpoint, how many times larger is Magnimar?
3,
Uh,
4 times?
orders of magnitude larger than Magnimar. Than Sandpoint, rather. Sorry. Yeah, this Magnimar is a big city. Like, probably the biggest
Yeah,
city
so
in the region.
you know those like cartoon eyes where like kids' eyes just light up when they like walk into
Yeah.
a candy store? That's Kate at the gates of Magnimar right now.
So, for reference, I'm going to place you on the map, although obviously the scale is going to be different given the size of the city.
Maybe a couple weeks. She has a knee right now.
You should start early so she's afraid of him.
Yeah, Kat's gonna walk over to Dino and be like, "Yo, you okay?"
No, I'm not okay. I was hoping I would never see this gate again.
I get that, but you also just vomited. I wanted to make sure that you, like, I don't know, didn't catch some random pandemic that's apparently happening in another world that's not ours.
I'll be fine.
Jesus.
Just physically and mentally sick of this place.
Kate just turns around, looks at everyone, and goes, "Okay, but that gate's gigantic. You're telling me that's that's just the gate. That's the gate. Dino, how are you sick? That's just the gate. This place is huge."
Stop. I don't want her doing that.
I'll tell you why, because this reminds me of everything that I wish to leave behind.
Yeah, I still think
Kate
Riddle.
just looks at everyone and looks at Dino and goes, "Okay, that's a fair point to you, but sir,
Earlier.
my world just literally like I don't know quintupled in size."
Well, trust me, by the end of our little trip here, something tells me that you're gonna wish it was stayed that small.
Not
Kate just
related
kind
to
of
anything.
like
This
falters
reminds me of the
slightly.
southern tip of Manhattan. Anywho.
Kate trails off slightly and looks at everyone and goes, "So,"
parts of the city, too.
just walking up to the gate on the horseback and just goes and kind of like knocks on it and goes, "Is that what we do? Hello?"
Oh no, the gates are wide open. It's
I want her to still knock on them.
Yeah, I'm just, like, I'm just, I don't know city etiquette. Like, I don't know if we have, like, just because they're open that we have, like, free passage if we're not from the city. So I'd, like, kind of, like, tepidly walk by the gate, kind of, like, knock on, literally just out of, like, habit and just kind of be like, "Yeah, that's really solid. Holy shit, this
yeah, the
thing's
gates
gigantic."
are solid iron, very well made. It
Kat's
is.
just gonna
Look at
walk
everyone.
in.
It is
How
befitting
about we find a
befitting of a
stable?
city of this scale.
There should
We
be
can
a stable.
find a stable
nearby.
once we're inside, but first we need to get into the city.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's find a stable.
Yes, I agree with you on that, because, I
You're
don't think our
leaving.
horses are gonna like the city very much.
Someone's gotta get Kate's attention. So Kate immediately pulls out a rope from their bag and then hands it to Kat and goes, Don't let me get separated before we even get the horses to where they should go."
Cat. So, question: can Cade and Cat fit on Cat's horse? Like, will the horse be able to carry two of them?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna suggest Kat do is tie the rope onto the pommel of her saddle, and I'll tie it onto mine, so there's slack.
Yeah,
between
that's
our
what
two
I'm going to
horses.
do. Cat's gonna be like,
But Kate's ADD can't at least make me go, "Ooh, that's cool," and just completely leave everyone.
that's what Cat's going to do.
And just grins at Dino and goes, "See, I'm being good. Small doses."
Dino, you said you're from here, right? Do you know where we can find a stable?
Just from the
It's been at least a decade since I last here. So give me a moment as I reclick my memory. All right, let me see.
So,
Stable.
so it might not be in the actual thing that I wrote up, but you would remember that the Stable Masters Guild is in the Keystone District, which is in the southeastern part of the city.
here.
Yeah, it's in this area.
I'm
of
sorry,
the
which
city.
district?
Towards the southeast. It's called the Keystone District. I'm
In
gonna
the
make
Brown District.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
make
Keystone. I see it.
I'm gonna make the names of the districts visible on the map, like I did for the Sandpoint map, just so you can
So,
get an idea.
what's it called again?
Keystone
Keystone.
District.
Oh
So
no,
we can ride
I
on
found the
the-
district, but what's the stable called? Oh wait, it's not there, is it?
Yeah, I don't think it's on there. It's just the
Never mind.
stable. It's the Stable Masters Guild.
I'm just gonna go there and bring everyone else with me.
We could
Okay,
ride on
that's-
horses and not.
Cat's gonna say, okay, it sounds like a plan. Let's venture forth.
All right.
Come on, Cade, let's go.
So you travel through different some very different areas of the city itself. You find yourself when you first walk in. You're kind of in between the Alabaster District and the Capital District of Magnimar, and so your first sights, the Alabaster District is you can kind of tell it apart from everything else because it gives the appearance that like this is where like the richest of the rich live, like massive villas and just a great amount of sort of like shops and amenities that those types would enjoy. There, you also see far to the north end of the district. There's a large building that looks pretty fortified.
Cat is very greedily eyeing all of this.
You also see a couple of parks and other sort of more like relaxation, sort of outdoorsy type of places in this district. Looking just south of that is the Capital District, and as you might expect, this is where a lot of the sort of like government buildings might be. There's also a number of industrial type spots. There is you notice that there is a large building that has symbolism that would indicate that it's a scribes guild. You walk past a stone carvers guild. There is another place that's called the League of Jewelers. There are a few different libraries that you see.
Is there an alchemy guild?
I'd have to. I'll comb through this and find it. There is also another building that is called the Golem Works. This is a building that houses people who operate in creating constructs and things of that nature.
So I was actually just about to ask, is it like a Build-A-Bear for golems?
Sort of. It's typically... It gives the impression that it's not necessarily a place that, kind of just anybody can walk into and get a golem.
Got it. Okay.
Man, Adobe is really shitting the bed tonight, and it's making me upset.
Sounds pretty Adobe-like.
Yeah.
I know. As you proceed more to the south, another district that you find yourselves in is the Low Cleft district, and that one is... here we go. Low Cleft is rather vibrant, given its name. You might not have expected that. It is home to many different playhouses, and you see a bunch of pubs. There are some dance halls. There are, of course, some brothels. There's also bars specifically tailored for those who like to smoke. There are actually some hookah bars here in Low Cleft, and you can kind of take in the sights and smells of that area as you move through it. Some of these spots include a brewery called the Fancy Reef Claw. There are there's another spot that does harrow readings called the Courtesan and Unicorn. You see another building called the Dreaming Dryad. You all are doing your best to not get too distracted from your goal, which is just past the Low Cleft district, and that is the Keystone district. And you arrive there. You notice right away that the architecture here is pretty impressive. The buildings are kind of tall, and they have different sort of features on them that indicate fine craftsmanship. Some of them are even intimidating in nature, as you see a couple of buildings that have gargoyles on them and the like. There is also a pretty small church that you pass by on your way to the stables. Jareem, you take a look at it, and you immediately recognize that this is a church of Pharasma, based on the symbolism on the outsides of the church. Other points of interest in this district, there is a building called the Cynosure Tower, which is a temple dedicated to Desna that is also here. There's another building that is called the Varisian Council. There is a rather large statue depicting a man who is in full armor with a cloak, and he is carrying what looks like a heavy shield, and he has a rather large sword. The statue is titled Founder's Honor. And one other interesting looking building that you see, there is a pretty interesting looking stone building that has a black and golden dome on it. There's also depictions of people and sort of almost like deity looking beings that are engaging in various revelry. As this is Urslan, you might recognize this being from Riddleport. This is a temple dedicated to the goddess Callistria.
Yeah. I thought my breakfast.
Soon enough, you do find your way over to the Stable Masters Guild. You are greeted by an older halfling man who looks at all of you and also sees your horses and says, "Oh, you just rode in?"
We are. Yeah, I'm not from here. Hi, I'm Kat. And these are my traveling companions, and we're looking for some place to store our horses while we explore the city.
He says, "Well, great, you've come to the right place. It's so nice to meet all of you."
Wonderful. What can help us? Do you have any suggestions? I know this is Stable Master skills, so there's probably quite a few of you, but we'll take whatever help you can give us.
He says, "Sure, no problem. We will stable your horses for you. The cost is just 1 gold piece per day for each horse, and you can come back and pick them up whenever you need them."
That sounds great. Is there a group discount for doing a bunch of horses together? And I'm going to roll diplomacy here.
Go ahead. He says, well, normally yes, but with one of your horses being heavier, it's going to need a bit more care. So, let's.
Are you calling Chopper fat?
Ma'am, that is clearly not a horse. What you're referring to.
I think he's talking about Onyx and
No.
not Chop.
I'm sorry. Yes, no, the dino is coming with us. I'm sorry. I apologize for my outburst. Chopper's very sensitive about his weight. He's still a baby, and he's trying to get rid of that baby fat. So I apologize.
He's
Well,
insecure.
it's no trouble. So,
Chopper's gonna start staring daggers into her.
I'll simply charge the light horse price for the heavy one. So, yeah, it'll be 5 gold per day total.
Okay, thank you. I got.
How long are we spending here?
We will. Can we pay daily? Is that okay?
If you want to come back and pay by the day, that's fine with me, as long as we get the money. It doesn't
So
matter
it
much to
doesn't
me.
matter if it's at the end of the trip or like daily, because we're not sure how long we're gonna be here.
That's fine. Few people are usually sure of how long they're going to be staying for when they come here.
So we pay at the end of our trip.
Does that sound good to you? Do you need some sort of collateral or something? And Kat's going to flash a dazzling smile.
He kind of, at this point, he kind of gives you like a little like look up and down to sees like, you know, the like your clothing and all that, and he just says, "Oh, you'd fit right in over at the dockway."
She is a pirate.
Okay, I wanted to ask I'm asking out of character. Is that a good sign?
No, he's noting that your appearance kind of gives like a seafaring vibe. So,
Okay.
and that's where
I wasn't sure if that, cause, sorry,
that's where that's where the sailors and fishermen tend to hang out. So
yeah, and that's also where the brothels are. So that's why I'm like, hold up. Can I sense his intentions with that comment?
I mean, to be fair, there's brothels all over the city, like literally everywhere.
Yes,
There's
but
brothels.
so historical context, typically brothels were centered around the docks because there was consistent business in and out, and there were people who were there temporary from leave, such as sailors. So that's where they were. That's where the red light.
Well,
district
not in
was
Magnimar,
commonly.
because this city is full of sluts.
Slats.
Sluts.
Slats.
Okay,
Which-
Cash is gonna go.
Which,
Is there anything closer? We've come a very long way. We really just want to like get down our horses.
Kate's very excited to hear Dino shout that this town's full of sluts.
And
I didn't say that in character. Time out.
No,
Dino-
interested we're saying that out of character.
Dino's mind immediately goes to the particular notorious brothel located in the dockway known as the Shucked Oyster.
Is
I'm so
there
glad.
really a brothel named that?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do they serve oysters, at least?
can they not?
Prob-
But they serve something else that
They
looks like
probably
oysters.
serve
probably
clams.
not any oysters that you want to eat. Let's just say that.
Probably
I'm gonna tell Kat that there is a place called whatever that was, and that they have fresh seafood there.
Cat's going to
Some of
go
it's a little bit rotten, but it's edible
Cat's just
nonetheless.
gonna look at him like he's insane, because she's not that stupid.
We don't have enough roots and we don't have enough clay. That's what we want. Alright,
So
so
she's like, okay,
The at this
you
point,
know what? I'll take whatever stable is open.
well,
We
you,
just really want to get our
I'm gonna walk
horses
on it.
well,
settled and
he's
taken care of.
he says, well, you won't find a nicer stable in the city, and I realize how rude of me I didn't introduce myself. My name is Yanin.
Don?
Yawning.
Yanin, it's a pleasure to meet
Yanin.
you.
Juan.
Yanin, it's a pleasure
Juan,
to meet you.
his
Thank
name
you
is
so
Juan.
much for your help.
Oh,
Do you
it's no
happen to
trouble.
know who the owner of that stable is, so that we can like just say hi? Would that be you, or?
Well, yes, that's me and my
Oh, okay.
guildmates. We run the stable here.
But I just wasn't sure if it was individually owned or if it was like a collective.
Oh no, it's
I
it's
just
a
want to make
collective
sure to
effort
thank
by
the
all of
proper
us.
people, you know?
Of course, and we appreciate it, as well as your business.
Yes. But of course.
Will you be needing any sort of directions around the city, or do you have that covered?
We will probably
Cages?
be.
You know?
So our friend is from here originally, but he seems to have some sort of trauma he has to work through. So directions would be lovely.
Oh, no problem.
Kay just kind of like whispers slightly in his ear, going, "Good brothel, maybe," and then
No,
just kind of
Kate.
just.
I'm just gonna whisper to Cat. I'm gonna whisper to Cade, no such thing.
I will go get you a small pamphlet that has a map of at least.
Thank you. Do you also have a suggestion for human accommodations? Preferably someplace close to our horses so that we can keep an eye on them.
Well, there are plenty of taverns and inns here. I would suggest that if you want to stay close by, well, you've got a few options right just here in Keystone itself, or you could walk over to Beacon's Point.
Yeah, out of all the inns and taverns close by, which one's the best?
Give me 1 second, because once again, my Adobe is absolutely dying. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. What do we have in Keystone District?
That's perfect.
Looks like I got to generate something because let's see here. All right. Jesus. Okay. He looks through his own like list of places, and he's sort of talking to himself during this time as if maybe he hasn't kept it quite up to date. But he says, here we go. Yeah, not too far down the road, you'll find the Stick and Dove. It's probably my favorite tavern in this district, at least.
Sounds great. Thank you. I'll see you around. Smile, smile, smile.
Yes, well, we'll see you when you're ready for your horses. Have fun out there.
Cade shakes their hand and
Sound like the baby that
hands
doesn't
them
like
an
shrimp.
extra, like, I don't know, like 10 silver pieces, and just say, if you don't mind giving the horse some treats, that would be lovely. carrots or apple or what have you. Oats.
All right. So, where to?
All right. Well, according to the little handout from a mistress of the seven, she mentioned something about a Cedron ritual. Is there any place called Cedron?
Well, the Sahedron is the 7-pointed star that matches the sort of amulet or necklace that Dream is wearing. The one that you guys took off of, I believe it was Nualia that you took that one off of.
Pretty sure we took it off of Aldern himself. Because it specifically mentions Aldern.
Right, no, I'm saying like the symbolism is what I'm saying. Like the 7-pointed star and that Matt, like, Dreams had the one he's had that for much longer than after you guys dealt with Foxglove.
Yeah, I have.
Alright, so the Cedron is the 7-point star, which maybe not that helpful. Would I know where to look for his townhouse?
You could hold on. Let me. Oh my God, why? All right, great. Let me pull up my materials here and my notes. As long as Adobe stops being a little shit. Great, this is not even close to where I need to be. Thank you for opening in the complete wrong spot, Adobe. Thanks a bunch. Love you.
They're so rich that they don't care.
I know. Alright, as far as where his townhouse is, let's see here. Okay, so you recall seeing as I'm assuming you're like taking out the note and looking at it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember that there was a symbol on the actual note itself that matches something that you guys found in the misgivings, and the symbol on the note is that of it's a maker's mark of a store that's in the city, and that store is Pug's Contraptions.
Odd townhouse, but alright. So after recalling that information, I'm going to tell the party that there is somewhere we have to check first.
Pug's Contraptions is located across, still part of the city, but it's located across the river. There's a bridge that will take you there, further south, in the Ordelia district, which is the southernmost in the city. All the way down here, if any of you can see where I'm pinging.
Think again?
Very bottom of the map.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep, all the way down there.
So we're going all the way down there?
That's what I'm recommending.
Okay.
Well, yeah, let's go.
All right.
It's gonna be a long walk.
So yeah,
Perhaps.
it is a bit of a hike, but eventually you do make your way down there. You walk through the district, almost to the other side of it. And let me pull up my description of this district so I can tell you guys what you're looking at.
And once we're at a decent earshot of anyone around us, I'm going to whisper to Urslin, Kat, and Cade that we're going to what supposedly should be his townhouse, quote unquote. So intimidation and some charisma might be needed.
Are you asking me to intimidate or to charisma?
Preferably charisma first. If that fails, intimidation. If not, we're choosing violence.
Okay, cool. Loving it.
All right.
Wait, what am I saying?
I didn't hear anything you said before. All I heard was, what am I saying?
Yeah.
I said, can we not choose violence for once? And then I paused and said, wait, what am I saying?
We didn't hear that part, so all here is what you
Alright.
saying.
And at that, I'm just gonna say, trust me, the nobles around here aren't as forgiving as the sheriff and mayor is. So it's best if you
Honey,
keep out
I
of
grew
trouble.
up with nobles. They're never forgiving.
We could always
This is
kidnap a
Magnimar's
noble,
nobles.
and then ransom them.
And I'm a
So-
noble who decided I'd rather be a pirate. Consider what that I was working with.
And I'm an orphan.
So, okay. So, as you cross the bridge and you make your way towards the Ordelia district, the first thing you notice here is that there is a much higher concentration of races besides humans here. There you see more elves, dwarves, halflings, gnomes.
Purebred.
Yeah, you see. Well, I mean, there are some half elves too, but you see about as many people that aren't humans as there are humans. It's closer to 50-50 here.
So I'm guessing this is the poorer side or the foreigner side, and that's not usually a good district. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes out for anyone who gets too close.
Yeah, you know as the sort of place where a lot of the foreigners live. Some of the more noble types that you may have dealt with in your past refer to this district kind of disparagingly as the mush, both because of the demographics there and because being the furthest south, it is the closest district to the mush fens. But yeah, like I said, there's, all the races that I listed. You see a couple half orcs walking around as well. There's a little bit of everything here in Ordelia. As you walk through here, you see a few different places and businesses. There is a building that flies many different flags. These flags are of different nations in the world. Those of you who have knowledge of them would know that these flags belong to the nations of Absalom, sorry, it's M at the end, Cheliax, Osirian, Katapesh, Sargava, and then above all of them is the Magnimar flag. This building has a big sign on the front that it says Red Kestrel Imports. And they kind of deal in they're essentially a trading company. Some of the other buildings, you find another odd building that it's odd in only in the sense of how plain it is compared to some of the others. This sign has entirely too much text on it because of how long the title of the building is. It is Billivan's Benevolent Bombs and Effulgent Elixirs. You also see there's an embassy building. There is a theater type building that is called the Rose and Rake. And eventually you find your destination, a small shop that is called Pug's Contraptions. The door currently hangs open, so you're all free to walk in whenever you like. Or
So I'm
if-
just gonna point at the building and say, "That's the place. Charisma people, it's time to shine."
All right.
Kat braces herself. Okay. I got this. And she puts on her aristocracy air. She's like, oh man, a few times in my life I actually wish I had a seriously broad dress with me.
All right. So, Kat, you walk in. The shop that you enter, it looks a little bit disheveled at the moment. Although you're not sure if that's because the owner hasn't cleaned in a while, or maybe they just like it that way. You see a wide assortment of random items, including wind-up toys, these like really unique looking locks, some unusual tools, some strangely extravagant looking bird cages, other like almost like clockwork bits that are just scattered about all of the shelves, some toys, the other random toys, like, other children's toys and gadgets. And behind the counter is a wizened old halfling man who has a bit of a scraggly beard, and he sees you walk in, and he says, "Now, don't look so confused. This is all intentional. How can I help you?"
There. We're visiting town to run some errands, and we need a few rooms.
Sorry, I missed the last thing that you said. You need what?
Rooms. Place
Rooms.
is too steep.
Oh, well,
There we go.
well, I don't run an inn, so
Wait, sorry.
you won't find that
so
here.
back up for a second, because apparently I missed something. Out of character,
No,
hold up.
this is supposed to be Aldern's, what's his face that haunted
You've
Ursula
walked
at his townhouse.
you've walked into a shop full of tchotchkes, is essentially
Okay,
what this is.
so, in that case, rewind that whole conversation. It never happened.
Okay.
Oh, nothing. We're just looking around, and we saw this interesting shop and its wares, and I was just curious.
Well, that's a pretty common reaction to seeing what I have to offer here. Feel free to look around, and I'll be here if you need me.
So, what's your favorite item in this shop? There's so many interesting things. I can't choose.
Well, I've always been quite fond of wind-up toys and other items that will make the little kids smile. Now, I don't limit myself to such things, as you can see. There's all of these bird cages and fancy locks, and really just whatever catches my eye, I like to keep in my store.
You have quite the collection. You said you like having toys for kids. Do you have any of your own?
Oh, well, yes. I do. God damn it, Adobe. Yes. Well, I had a son. He unfortunately went missing making a delivery. But
I'm so sorry to hear that.
My son is survived by my grandkids, and someday they will take over the shop from me.
That's very sweet that you have your family around you to help you out.
Oh yes, they're wonderful people.
So, Kat kind of Kat has her hands behind her back. She's kind of quietly signaling to Dino to go, go, go while she's distracting this dude. Like, do what you gotta do.
Well, as Dito's not a master of stealth, I'm just going to look at Ursula and like kind of motion where to go.
Stealth, okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth, I guess.
Wait, me?
Whoever's doing whatever this is.
Or what am I doing exactly? I need to be. Just
Okay,
tell me
basically,
again.
Cat is distracting the owner, and I'm signaling to you like this is the chance for you to go and snoop the place out. But I'm before giving you a quick guidance to your stealth.
So
Yeah,
that's
it's not worth it.
so that's a 6. Also, Ursula, you walk in and yeah, this is kind of just a store of random gadgets. This doesn't appear to be a townhouse at all.
I like walk 5 feet one way and then walk back and be like, it's gadget.
Okay. So Kat is continuing to like kind of distract this guy and talk him up while they figure out what to do next. Until someone comes to get her and be like, yeah, hey, we found what we needed. Or, oh no, the horses are on fire. I don't fucking know.
So again, I'm just gonna say that supposedly this, if there was a place where it would be Aldrin's townhouse, it would be here. And I like take out the note and I point at the symbol. Look for anything that looks like this, or at least has a symbol on it.
Well, yeah, the outside of the building had that symbol on it because it's the place that.
Alright.
I feel like there's something lost in the ether here, but I want to let you guys figure it out.
Okay. Which, unfortunately, I gotta run for a few minutes. I will be back.
All right, so
I am going to continue to distract this kindly old man in his shop and like just talk him up, ask about his grandkids, his life, kind of try to give him his life story while they figure out what's going on.
okay, for the sake of there being some active RP here, would anybody like to help Kat with this?
Because I'm telling you this because I gotta run.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some more participation here.
What is she doing?
She's trying to talk up this older halfling that is running this shop full of random gadgets, while I assume Dino and Ursula are trying to figure out why this guy's mark is on a note that's written to Aldrin Foxglove.
Oh, so we're like distracting him?
Distracting, or
Cat is
perhaps
right now.
perhaps gathering information, or however you want to approach this, really.
Alright, so Cat's distracting. I'm gonna ask Cade if he knows anything about the person that sent the letter then. Which is... can put her name. Esha?
Zanisha.
No,
That.
I was no closer.
Because that, like, the name Exacia, or whatever you say it,
Zanisha.
and the fact that this store has the same symbol as the letter, that's all I got to go off of. So while Kat's doing that, I'm hoping that Kay will take up asking about that person.
Okay.
Then as both me and Edge aren't stealthy ourselves, I'm gonna ask Ursula to look around and look for the symbol.
Right. I'll try again.
You have a magic item that helps you with stealth, by the way.
That is true. I forgot. I'll try again.
So I'll give you guidance once more.
I'll use my bracelets of the Fate Touch. I get a +4 to stealth.
Yep.
Okay. If I fucking fail this again, I swear to God. Oh, I don't even need anything. Yay!
That'll be 28, I believe.
Yeah, 28.
All right.
That'll do it.
I disappear into the center.
Okay, yeah. So you're quietly looking around. This halfling is pretty distracted by Cat's small talk. So what do you want to do with your hiddenness, so to speak?
The symbol that Dino told me to look for. See if
Okay, well
anything
again, the symbol, the maker's mark for Pug's Contraptions, like I said, was literally on the outside of the building because this is his
I know,
shop.
but like, I want to snoop around, like, see if there's a back room or something with like the symbol hidden,
Okay.
or like a what's it called when there's a thing in the floor, the door that opens.
Well, like a trap door.
Not a trap door, but like a door you would open up to go underneath.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception to look around for any like hidden things that would lead you to like a secret area or anything like that. Okay. So, sorry, just drink a little water.
Hydrate.
Yeah, you got to stay hydrated.
I'm trying to figure out what a tax identification number is, but I can't.
So you do a pretty thorough search of the place. You even managed to slip into the back room undetected. No secret doors or holes in the floor or anything in the ceiling or anything like that. It's pretty much just a halfling running his business.
Okay.
You think that if
No notes on a desk or anything like that?
you do see a couple of bits of paperwork, things that look like maybe invoices or sales receipts. The back of the building is kept at about the same level of organization as the front, as in not very.
Okay.
If you want to continue rummaging through the stuff, you can.
Sure.
All right, so give me another perception roll as you spend a couple of minutes looking through everything.
So Kate's just gonna be on the outside, being like, "Are we really letting this happen? This is okay."
All right, 30. It takes you a few moments. You're sort of like digging through, really just looking for anything with a name on it, Foxglove name or anything like that, or maybe an address.
Yeah.
And you do eventually find an invoice that is written out to the Foxglove townhouse. The invoice is for some bird cages. Though these were specifically made with iron rather than any other metallic material. Maybe all of them just favored iron or just needed something strong. But at any rate, you found something of a sales receipt, and it does in fact have the address to his townhouse on it.
Okay. Can I sneak this away without him noticing? Do you think? And why am I saying do you think? I'll just do it.
Well, you're in the back room already. I would say roll sleight of hand to kind of tuck it away without making too much noise. Good enough. Good enough. Cat is doing a pretty good job of keeping him distracted with just random bullshit conversation. So yeah, you tuck that away into your pocket. If you fold it up and stick it in there, and yeah.
Does he have any gadgets I would actually buy here? Like, what kind of gadgets are?
Well, yeah, like I was saying to Kat, it's mostly like children's toys, you know, like wind up toys and like other random things like that. There's some little like clockwork, sort of like baubles, just like random pieces of clockwork figurines and things like that. There's, like I said, a whole bunch of bird cages. Let me see what else is on this list here. Oh my God, Adobe, why? Why do you do this to me? Okay. There's some like kind of unusual looking tools. For example, kind of like, for example, there's like a wrench on the shelf that kind of looks like it's bent funny. Not really sure what it would be used for. But yeah, a lot of it is just like other just toys and gadgets that are just laying around. Like there doesn't seem to really be any like sense of like categorization or anything going on here. It's mostly just like a whole bunch of random stuff that this guy is trying to sell.
Okay. Then I'm not interested.
All right, I'm gonna need another stealth check to slip back out.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, can I get? Oh, wait,
I mean, can I activate my things again since technically the first time? No, I can't. Never mind.
Yeah,
It's once a day.
Once a day.
Can I get that guidance though?
He's not standing next to you, so no.
Damn.
Let's see here. I'll just do a perception roll for him. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're
negative
fine.
11.
You're fine.
I was gonna say the rolls can only be good so many times.
He rolled a 2, so you're good.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Cat is keeping this guy very sufficiently distracted for you as you slide back out into the storefront area, and he is none the wiser to your presence.
I'm gonna find something.
So I'm guessing she's coming back out to us. I'm just gonna whisper, any luck?
Ursula? Ursula?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I had to figure out when my grandfather's birthday is because I forgot. What did you ask me?
Dino's asking if you had any luck in there.
Yeah. Are we outside? No, I'll wait to share the information when we're outside. No point in making it obvious that I rummaged through his shit. I'm covered in fucking mosquito bites.
Alright, if she's leaving the store, then imagine that she has something to tell us. I'm gonna yell it to Cat. Cat, the horse is on fire. Gotta go.
The horses
Did
are
you
on
tell her the
fire.
horse is on fire?
Yeah, that's the thing that Cat wanted us to use when we have to leave. So I'm using that signal.
Are you sure it's not the 15th? I'm pretty sure it's the 15th. It's a fair point. I don't even need his date of birth. Sorry for the derailment. I'm trying to do this exit kit for Perkins line. So I can get my fucking degree.
Degrees do be like that.
Alright, so, Cat, let me make a check for her real quick. Alright, yeah, so she sees Ursuline slip out of the back and goes just walking right past her and presumably out the door towards Dino. So she begins to sort of wrap up the conversation, saying things like, "Oh, I'll be back. You've been so friendly, and I'll be sure to check out your store again and see if you've got anything new in," things like that. And
I am back.
hi.
Perfect timing.
So
Door's on fire. We gotta go.
while you were gone, Ursulin slipped into the back room of the store as you were distracting the shopkeep. She took a couple minutes, sort of rummaging through all these disorganized receipts and invoices that this guy had laying around, and she did find one from a sale to Alden Foxglove with the address to his townhouse on it. And she has just walked past you out the door, which has prompted you to begin sort of wrapping up your distraction tactics and conversation with this guy. And I assume from there you guys will be on your way.
Indeed.
Thank you for talking to me. Everybody in this town has just been so nice, or in the city has just been so nice so far. I'm definitely going to be coming back and seeing what else is new. Have a good day. I'm just gonna I'm gonna what's the word I'm looking for? Jovially wave as I walk out the door.
Okay. Yeah. He gives you a little wave in return as you exit.
Cat's going to exit and just walk away from the store a bit. Because I'm not sure if they're waiting just outside the door or what's going on, but she's just gonna walk a little ways from where they can see, little ways from the store.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Okay, so what'd you guys find?
Kate just kind of looks around at everyone and goes, I didn't impulsively buy anything. So that's my positive I brought to the table. And then I look over at Ursulin and go, but this one seems to have kind of gone snooping. And then I poke at Ursulin again.
That's just rude. I didn't go snooping. I was ordered to go snooping this time. It wasn't unprovoked. It wasn't unprovoked. You could blame Dina. Because apparently he can't snoop for himself.
Cade laughs and goes, yes, but what I'm saying is what you did is more useful.
Yeah, that's true. So I found this paper.
What's
Anything on it?
It shows the address for the townhouse that you were looking for.
That'll be exactly what we're looking for.
Wait, question. If we all killed them all, then does that mean that the townhouse will be vacant?
Yes, but you see, Kate, according to the note that Aldrin had, he was supposed to meet back at his townhouse for something. So that's the best lead we got for now.
Well, Cade looks at everyone and goes, well, we could camp out there. It's not like anyone's gonna know. Cade
I
trails
suppose
off.
so. But quite frankly, I don't want to be anywhere near where Aldrin is supposed to be.
Cade shrugs and says, okay, well then, what do we do next?
I'm gonna ask Ursulin for the paper and see if I recognize the address, or at least have an idea of where it is.
Okay. So I don't know if she's actually handing it over to you, but
Does he need to have it?
he's asking you to look at it so he can try and identify, where in the city that the house might be.
Will he remember?
So yeah, Dino looks it over. He sees that it is located in something called the Grand Arch district, which it has other names besides that, but that's the one that's listed on the invoice. The Grand Arch district is located actually really close to where you entered the city. You kind of just walked past it on your way south, The Grand Arch District is known for being where a lot of the like the new money lives in Magnimar. It has some interesting spots. For example, there is the Blue Bunyip, which is a tavern and inn. There is the in terms of industry, there is a guild of like coach drivers. There's a hunters guild. There is a glassblowers guild, and there is also, of course, the Foxglove Townhouse.
So
Also within this district, in terms of religious stuff, there is a large cathedral dedicated to the god Abadar. There is another temple to the goddess Iomade. And there are also some villas in this district, not quite as nice as some of the ones in the Alabaster district, but pretty good in their own right.
I'm just gonna say I know where the district is, and I should be able to figure out where it is, where the townhouse is from there. And we lead everyone to where it is.
All right, so you head over there, and now I can actually reveal this one. I don't know why for all the other districts in here they didn't put the name of the district here. It was like, oh yeah, here's where the Foxglove Townhouse is, just like a general thing. But yeah, so I'm just gonna. Oh nope, don't want that. Let's do this.
I just got launched. That's a lawnmower for fucking chainsaw going off on rhythm.
Yeah, it's a little bit out of place, but this is what do I have? This one here is Medieval Fantasy City. Close enough.
This is just chainsaw, random chainsaw.
So it doesn't take all that long for you guys to kind of meander through the district and locate the address on the invoice. At first, you notice that the all of the windows on the ground floor of this 3-story building have been nailed shut with boards.
Okay, typical.
As you all stand looking at this, I mean there are a few other like random people walking about. None of them really like pay you too much mind. Some of them are kind of just like looking at you, noticing that you're all just like standing in front of this building, just staring at it. But nobody approaches you.
Okay.
That is a good point. We might not want to do this in broad daylight.
I mean, we could just. Yeah, probably. Let's go find an inn. Did we find an inn yet?
Well, yeah. There's the one that was recommended to you by the guy at the Stable Master Guild. There are a few inns and taverns within this district itself. But up to you guys, wherever you want to go, or if you want to even explore more.
Yeah, I kind of want to try to explore a little more. See if there's a shop here that's willing to buy my blueprints, I guess.
Makes sense. And I'm gonna try to remember what inn was the best for our buck. Like, worth more. Not exactly worth more, but the best for the best price.
I'm gonna go with Dino.
In.
All right.
All right, so there are a few different taverns in town. Not all of them also double as an inn. Like I said, there is the Blue Bunyip, which does act as an inn as well as a tavern. There you see another one called the Rag and Garter. This is a more like open air place. So you can see some of like the business going on there, from the outside, and it's interesting. The employees that work there are all kind of dressed sort of like below their means, if that makes sense. Like they're kind of dressed almost like vagrants, which it seems a little out of place given that this district, like I said, it's kind of like the new money district. Like there are a fair amount of rich folk here. The third sort of larger tavern that you come across is called the Sock and Buskin. Dino, you remember seeing that name, and you know that this particular tavern specializes in drinks that kind of like toe the line in terms of legality.
I'm just gonna chuckle myself and say, "Hey, Dream, there's any place to where you want to do something illegal legally?" I point to the tavern. That'd be the place.
You also come across something that is not necessarily or at least from the outer appearance initially doesn't seem like it's a tavern, but it is of course the God damn it, Adobe. It is the House of Welcome. And Dino, you remember this as being this the Grand Arch District's high class brothel.
Oh,
Sorry, which district is it in?
The one you're in, the Grand Arch. It's called the House of Welcome. It is the high class brothel in the area.
Sorry, but there is no Grand Arch District in my guide.
Oh, Naos. Sorry, that's the actual name of it.
Okay, there we go. Naos. Refresh my memory. What's it called?
House of Welcome.
Oh, I see it.
It
This
is
is my
the
most
most
exclusive,
exclusive and expensive
expensive
brothel in the
brothel.
city.
And I'm gonna point at that and say, if you want to visit a brothel with the least chance to get chlamydia, that'd be the place.
Jesus.
Or should I say, in character, AIDS. Yeah, I think AIDS is also very appropriate for a brothel.
And yeah, the brothel itself is actually like a sprawling villa of a place. Almost looks as if it itself could have been the home to a noble family, but instead it is a place of pleasure.
So I'm gonna point to the inn slash tavern. I think that has the drinks that are almost illegal, but not that are legal, but not almost illegal. I say I recommend that place to stay, and I point over to the House of Welcome and say, if there's any place you want to visit a brothel with the least chance to get AIDS, that'd be the place.
Yep, and not too far from there is another inn and tavern. You see the sign is a rather shiny looking pickaxe, and the sign says the Platinum Pick. What you recall of this one is you don't know too much because you weren't too old when you left the city, but you do know that the tavern is run by a pretty friendly dwarf.
Anything special that is in?
You remember having eaten there once or twice, and the food was always good. And they always had a wide range of drinks as well.
So I'm gonna point at the Platinum Pig. I say that one's, as I remember, had pretty good food, things, and quite a variety. But legal, illegal drinks is still over there.
Yeah, the illegal drink place is the Sock and Buskin. That's a different one, but yeah, there's definitely a range of tavern options here.
Yeah, but I think I'm going with either one of the two.
Okay.
I'll just tell the party about this information later. What is everyone else doing, though?
Yeah, I'd love to know.
I'm sorry, I'm like combination of tired and trying to figure out this exit loan.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it soon. I just
I'd probably just, whatever we decide on the end, I'd probably just make arrangements, figure out whether or not they ever in.
all right.
I just realized I pay it off. I have to pay it quarterly, which is every 3 months, and I just made another fucking payment, which I didn't need to do, and I did it anyways. I'm just on fucking dumb.
Well, now you're
Sorry,
ahead of
I
it.
am like, I'm sitting here falling asleep.
Yeah. So,
So-
all right. So let's make a decision on where we're gonna go. As you know, whether it's a tavern or whether it's somewhere else. And I just want to get you guys somewhere. I don't want to like end like in the middle of a city street. You know.
Alright, so I
Cat-
recommend to everyone that we have legal, illegal drink tavern, or nice tavern that has a variety of drinks and food.
Cat's gonna go for Nice Tavern.
Alright, that's one.
Oh, I think I answered that question wrong. If I fail this, I have to go through all the things and read the documents that weren't there. Oh, I passed with a
And
70.
I'm just gonna say that Edge wants to go to the legal, illegal drink tavern.
Yeah,
because why not?
Edge would want to do that as a paladin. You know, he does. I mean, he may not be lawful in the fake alignment sense or whatever, but yay house rules. But yeah, I would imagine he would want to stick to something that's a bit more clean and welcoming than
Wait,
the alternative.
yes, whichever one's the clean, welcoming one is the one that Cat wants to go to. I'm not sure if that's
Alright,
those
so
are
we
the same
got
ones.
one for
That's
nice dwarven tavern and one for illegal, legal drink tavern.
Well, no, Edge would want to go to the clean place, so that's two for that one.
I know, I was saying, like, I was jokingly saying that I think Edge wants to go to the legal, illegal place tavern.
Oh,
That's a place where paladins would like to go.
well, paladins would probably, I don't know.
I was very confused too.
Either way, it's. Look, I don't want to force you guys to one or the other. I just
Whichever.
We're gonna
I know,
go to the Nice Tavern.
I was
Just like-
just jokingly saying,
just like a token amount of participation from everybody would be great right now.
Cat is just gonna start walking to the Nice Tavern and leaving everyone behind.
I don't know what an illegal tavern is.
Okay,
I'm going to the one with the illegal drinks.
So that's three for three.
great. So we're splitting the party. Awesome. So some of you go to the platinum pick.
No, wait, I don't want to split the party up.
Well,
we'll just go to
that's,
the platinum pig. We can always go to the illegal drinks later.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like we can go get illegal drinks, but I'd like to sleep and leave our stuff someplace that isn't as scummy.
okay.
So Cat is just going to like grab Cade and start dragging them toward the nice tavern.
As you're doing this, I'm gonna raise an eye and say, "Do you even know where you're going?"
Am I going the right direction?
Not at all.
Damn it!
And then I'm gonna take her the long way around, just for giggles.
All right. So yeah, Dino has a laugh and brings Cat and presumably anyone else who wants to follow, sort of the long way around. You get to see some of the other houses and villas that make up the Grand Arch District. You know, some of course bigger and more extravagant than others, but at any rate, after some extra time, it's now probably late afternoon, like 4 o'clock ish. You guys eventually find yourselves at the open doorway of the Platinum Pick Inn and Tavern, and we're gonna stop there, I think. So, to summarize, like I said, you guys have made it to Magnimar. A day a day after leaving Sandpoint, you have found the location of the Foxglove Townhouse, and you are kind of allowing yourselves to get acclimated to everything, and also probably not wanting to go into that place in broad daylight. So yeah, you're kind of just taking a little bit of a detour until I assume you all feel that it's probably okay to go snooping around in there. So, as always, thank you all for another enjoyable session of Pathfinder. Always appreciate everyone being here and taking part in everything that's going on. I am very much looking forward to seeing where this goes next week and beyond. So until then, we hope that you, the viewers at home, are staying safe out there, and we will see you next Thursday.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.